rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one to stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me.
Primo Lopez, 11-0, 9 KOs. The best to do it right now in the game is to take over. Shout out to BNboxingNews.
Hey, Lewis Jr., I've been Westway champion of the world. Everybody go follow BNboxingNews.
BNboxingNews. We in the building. I got BD keeping out, and I also have Coach Riptide in the building. Today we got a couple of topics to discuss, and it's just so happened to be in the 168 division. Earlier today, David Benavidez came out, Coach, and he said on social media, and he referred this to Jermall Charlo. He said, we can make this happen in September if you bought it. Woo! What do you think about that? What do you think about that, Coach? Talk to me.
I like it, bro. I like it. If they make that fight, I'll be a happy camper, Jack. You know, I think that's a great fight. I want to see it. Jermall Charlo kind of started it off and said that he would knock David Benavidez out. So David said, I got power too. I can knock you out. And David was like, man, let's make the fight. You know, David Daddy was talking. He said he liked Jermall Charlo. He one of his favorite fighters. And that he ready to get it in. He wanted, hey, man, you seem like you real. He said that Canelo's scared. He said that Caleb Plant scared. And he think Jermall Charlo probably going to step up to the plate. And if that happens, that's a war, boy. That's a fight that the fans want to see. I know one thing, I'll be cheesing and eating my popcorn and drinking my drinks. You know?
Yeah, I think I was gonna say I think Charlo going up to 168 brings more excitement to that division because I mean for years Plant and Benavidez both been there and they still haven't clashed. You know, so Charlo, if you look at it too from a PBC standpoint, who is he gonna fight at 160 that's worth anything? You know, so his best options are at 168 to try to get some big fights, and you know, maybe one of them could eventually lure Canelo into a fight. But since he's not fighting Mexicans, so I guess Benavidez would be out. But we'll talk about that later. But I think that Charlo Benavidez fight is a good fight, and I think Charlo gonna bring something to 168 that's been missing for a while.
Okay, I got that, man. I got that. But listen, even the daddy has something to say. Jose Benavidez Sr. said, it's the easiest fight to be made. Fuck Plant, fuck Canelo. Let's make it happen. So the daddy done spoke. So, hey, bro, I think it's going to be a fight, bro. I hope they're not cloud chasing like everybody else. Talk to me, Coach.
Yeah, I think that I was gonna say Charlo and Benavidez. That's probably the two that's gonna have to match up because Plant probably gonna wait out for Canelo after his fight this coming weekend. So you know Benavidez gonna need to stay busy. Charlo want to come up to 168. It'd be a perfect matchup between them two, and then Plant eventually maybe get Canelo and kind of go from there.
Michaelis Mack of the South says, salute to BNboxingNews. Thank you, my brother.
Hey, I think this is great news because boxing been going down slowly but surely, bro. You know, they ain't got no good fights out there, bro. And he not gonna fight Caleb Plant next after this fight. He fighting Billy Joe Saunders. So Caleb Plant, after this fight with Truex, I don't know who the fuck he gonna fight. You know?
Oh yeah.
I don't know if he gonna step up and fight David Benavidez. I don't know. I doubt it. Cause I'm gonna tell you, I don't think Caleb Plant, he got enough crack to keep David from from whooping his ass. That's just my opinion, you know. And he would have to have a perfect night to beat David Benavidez. Jermall Charlo, on the other hand, got cracked, Jack, and he gonna make him feel it. So, and don't get me wrong, I love both of these fighters. I love both of them. So 50-50, I wouldn't bet on it. I wouldn't go against one or the other because I like both of them. I really and truly like both fighters. So may the best man win. And if they make this fight, it's gonna make me very, very happy. I'll just be ecstatic, bro. Because we know Canelo is not fighting neither one of them fucking guys. It ain't gonna happen.
Right.
So we got it.
I would say the only thing. Oh, my fault, coach. I was gonna say the only thing about Benavidez that I have a question about is his commitment. So he's had the issues with the weight. He's had the issue with the drugs. You know, so Charlo is no question marks. You know, Benavidez, the talent is there, the skill is there to be the best at 168. But can he stay committed? The weight issues, you know, so if he can stay committed, he could be the best out of everybody at 168. But, you know, that's still a question mark that got to be answered because he's had that title. He hasn't been beaten, but he's lost it only because of things, you know, that he's had to deal with personally, you know, and that's kind of tripped him up. So Charlo ain't no question about his commitment or his hunger.
Let me say this. The reason why I'm going to choose Charlo, I know Coach said he ain't going to choose nobody. The reason why I'm going to choose Charlo because I think Charlo got that dog in him. Charlo just got that edge of determination, which I think once it gets down to the late rounds, I think that's when he's going to show who he really is. You're going to see that grit, that determination. He's going to bite down. I'm telling you, that's that Houston type shit, bro. You're going to see what I'm talking about. Yeah, David Benavidez, I understand what he presents. But that dog, that need that extra tenacity in the late round, and I think that Charlo said that.
Hey, look, we've seen Benavidez has been challenged by a lesser fighter, and one of Mayweather fighter, Gaville, I think Ronnie Gaville, twice. I think they fought twice, and in that first matchup, Benavidez barely pulled that out. You know, so Charlo is much more skilled than that, much more hunger than that. So we've seen David in a tough fight and kind of struggle maybe with not as skilled of a fighter. You know, now obviously matchups make fight, but you know that was I remember that fight and I was like, man, it's really kind of close. You know, but David did his thing, pulled it out, but you know, he can be touched, he can be hit, and with Charlo's power, you never know how that may turn out.
I'm gonna tell you like this here, bro. You talking about Charlo is a dog. David Benavidez is a dog, bro. That dude is a fucking dog, bro. You look at him when he get fucking hit, motherfucker start smiling, boy. Motherfucker ain't all there, boy. That motherfucker can fight, Jack. And they gonna both be in for the fight of their fucking life. This ain't gonna be no fucking easy walk for nobody that's involved in that ring. This is a fucking fight that you haven't seen. It hasn't been to that magnitude in a long time. You know, I don't even fucking count Canelo at a 168. But as far as them two motherfuckers right there, right? I think that could end up being fight of the year. That's how I feel about it. Unless one of them knocked the other one out. And David Benavidez got fucking cracked, bro. He got fast hands and he got cracked. And that motherfucker got a high boxing IQ, even though he's just 24 years old. And don't get me wrong, Jermall got a shotgun jab. But that dude, you talking about a few fights back, bro. That dude has improved from a lot since those fights that you talking about. And everybody go through struggles with dudes that's not as good because maybe you didn't prepare well. But that boy's been in camp since December 10th. He been in camp since he don't fight till March. That boy been in camp since and you can look at his face, his body, everything right now. He's got a nutritionist. Hey man, that fucking boy's doing his thing right now, partner. Hey, bro, I just want to see the fight. That's it. I don't care who win, and I'm not pulling for either one because I like both of them.
I agree.
Your mic is muted. Your mic is muted, dog. Unmute your mic.
There you go. I understand that David Benavidez is a dog. I can't take nothing from him. I won't take nothing from him. But at the same time, I just know what Jermall Charlo presents. You seen Jermall in his last fight, bro, versus Derevchenko. So Jermall and them boys stay in the gym, bro. Them boys ain't playing around, bro. They still got that hunger, and that's the difference. I understand what you're trying to say since December, and just like BD said, David Benavidez, he's one of those type of guys. You got to catch him now. You got to catch him now and beat him now. If you wait to try to fight him later on, it might not be good for you. So I basically think that yes, by Jermall Charlo fighting him now, he has a better chance now. He has a better chance now, and I think he will come up victorious. That's what my money's on.
I'm gonna tell you like this. I'm not betting on that fight. David Benavidez got the size. He got the height. He got the longer reach. Jermall Charlo reaches not but what, 74, 75. David Benavidez gonna have like a 5-inch reach on him, and he know how to use it. He's much taller than Jermall. He know how to use his range. Now, will he be able to get in on Jermall? I don't think so. Like he do a lot of other guys, he walk them down because of Jermall's jab. Jermall's jab is one of the best in the game, and he got a lot of power, in that jab. That jab is almost like a right hand. So I don't know, bro. I just want to see the fight, bro. Since all these other motherfuckers cowards, bro, and don't want to fight these two dudes, fuck it. And you know what? I'm starting to feel that way about Boo Boo too, even though I didn't want them to knock each other off. But you know what? Fuck it, bro. This year, we don't have no good fights, bro. We don't have no good fights. This bullshit that's going on in the welterweight division, we don't have no good fights, bro. So fuck it, make that fight. Y'all both dogs, fuck it. Get in the ring like some pit bulls and get it in, bro.
Also, what I saw too earlier, a lot of spectators and media say that maybe that Jermall Charlo should fight Daniel Jacob prior to, which I mean he has to fight somebody prior to anyway, because they're asking for this fight for September. So he got to fight somebody prior to. So they're saying somebody like a Daniel Jacob, just to get used to the weight, to see what he can do at 168. Also, too, what spectators have been seeing, and they say that they've seen in the past, his past fight versus Sergey Derevchenko, he's been weight drained. I kind of said that myself too, though, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. He kind of looked like he was just going through something, man. And it obviously was weight drained. So he's the bigger guy, man. I think that he needs to go ahead and fight at 168. He's tall, and I think 168 is definitely gonna be his division, man. Not 160. 160, he done did his thing. All those cowards, like you say, they don't want to fight. There's enough chasing after those dudes. Let's go after bigger and better. And I'm with that.
Well, I like I said, bro. Go ahead, B. If you talking, bro, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, Boo Boo gonna be in trouble because Boo Boo with Matchroom, if he don't get that Canelo fight, and I get it, he signed that and getting that guaranteed money from Eddie. But who's he gonna fight if he don't get Canelo? Who does Eddie have over there? I guess is Danny Jacobs still with Matchroom? Are they gonna Boo Boo and Jacobs might fight? I don't know who he's gonna fight at 168. That's worth anything. Billy Joe, he not gonna get the win out of Canelo and Billy Joe. So Boo Boo's in a bad situation. Over there in Matchroom. I mean, I get it. He got to get his money, but if you're looking for the best fights or the fights that can happen, especially in this climate with everybody, aligned with their promoters and networks and stuff like that, it's gonna be hard for him to get any fights.
Well, I agree with you. Said Bruce goes. I agree with you, bro. That's a good crossroads fight for Jermall. Plus, they've been at each other's hat since 160, so I think that's a good matchup. Him and Jacobs use Jacobs as a tune-up because I think Maul gonna stop him. I think Maul will stop him because his chin is suspect. I think Maul will beat him, and that'll be a good step-up fight for Jermall at 168 if he go that route. I think that Boo Boo is in a precarious situation. I think he should have signed with the PBC too, but they trust these people that don't have their best interests at heart, and that's amazing to me. But it is what it is. He'd have made a lot of management decisions that didn't work out like he wanted to. He became world champion. Don't get me wrong, but he don't get the big fights and able to display his talent because the boy got a lot of talent. You know what I mean? So, I just feel that that is a good step up fight for Jermall to take and before he fight Benavidez. I mean, man, that if they make that fight, bro, I'm gonna be happy, bro. I'm gonna be happy, bro, because that is two bad motherfuckers going at it, bro. And we'll see where it goes. They calling each other out, so that's the start. Hopefully neither one of them clout chasing, which I don't think. I know. I'm gonna be honest. David Benavidez is not clout chasing. That motherfucker ready to fight anybody. He is a throwback fighter. That's another one that I forgot to name before. That motherfucker's a throwback fighter. That motherfucker willing to fight anybody and put it on the line. So I'm all for it, bro.
Let me ask you a question. I ask both of y'all a question. Since everybody says Bruce goes and myself through Jacob in there, right? Danny Jacobs in there, right? Did you see Danny Jacobs' last fight versus Gabe Rosado? His last fight, it was a split decision, bro. And that split decision could have went either way. He looked like that man is getting older and he's starting to slip a lot. He's not that same line like he used to be. So my whole deal with that is, even if Jermall Charlo fight him, I don't think that he's good enough to pull everything out of Jermall Charlo. Because remember, Jermall Charlo is jumping up, first of all, right, from 160 to 168 to fight a bad man, right? He's going to fight a bad man and Benavidez. So, yeah, he can fight Daniel Jacobs, man, but I just think that, who else in 168 will be a better or be a good step-up fight besides Daniel Jacobs?
Hey, I know who they better stay away from.
Come on, man, we can't hear you. Talk to it.
At 168, Berlanga. Can you hear me?
Man, Berlanga. Hey, I'm gonna tell you what, B. My thing with Edgar Berlanga is this: you can't say they need to stay away from Edgar Berlanga. Edgar Berlanga has not been on that level yet. We only seen Berlanga in one-round fights against dudes who he's supposed to beat for his first beginning fights. So we don't know what he can do in a step-up fight. He not ready to just jump up in there with these guys with that type of experience. And he looks great. I have no doubt about he's gonna be a good, maybe a champion one day. But we don't know yet because he's not fighting that type of competition that these guys have faced already. So we haven't seen him pass around. You know what I'm saying? Now he might be the 168 Mike Tyson.
Yeah, and I think and obviously they still building him up, but even with some of these guys that he's fought, these guys haven't been beaten up like that. So I mean they were journeymen and people that he should have beaten anyway, but I don't want to downplay how he's doing them. It's gonna sell fight. It's gonna pique interest, from everybody else or everybody that's watching that 168. And obviously right now, for them, the risk isn't worth the reward in fighting someone like him. But once again, we don't know because he hasn't been tested either.
I feel that, man. I just think that, like Belanga, he had these first round knockouts, right? All these first round knockouts. What is the one has a tough chin? What if Jermall or Benavidez have a hell of a chin and drag him to that 10th, 11th, 12th round? What happens to a guy like that who's only fought first round, second round knockouts? That could be dangerous for him, bro. So until he do some rounds, go ahead, coach.
Hey man, the kid's he's not ready yet. And I'm not saying he could be that fucking good, but we just don't know yet. And the reason we don't know is because of the fact that he hasn't gone past one round and he hasn't fought those caliber of fighters. So it's levels to this game. You know what I'm saying? He could look great against, everybody. I mean, take for instance, Costazu and fucking your boy from Britain. Costazu lost his title to him. And then when he got up in there with Floyd made him look terrible. He was beating everybody, right? But it's levels to the game. Now, don't get me wrong, from what I see from the eye test, Berlanga got good feet, he got good quickness, he got good reaction, and he got crack. But when you're going up with guys that have the same ability as you or better, then you're going to see. Right now, we don't know a lot. We don't know about what he going to do once he get past 5 rounds. What's going to happen to him when he get past 3 rounds if there's a guy that he can't get out of there and this motherfucker fighting you hard? Or is he going to run out of gas? We don't know what his tank is like right now. We know that this motherfucker can run a quarter, but can he run a NASCAR race? Can he run a 500? Right? So it's a difference. And believe you me, when your fucking arms getting heavy and them fucking gloves getting heavy, it's a different story. When a motherfucker hitting you back and you not just fucking walking through these motherfuckers. Now, don't get me wrong, motherfucker might be like that. But we got to see him go past 1 round before we decide to throw him in there with David Benavidez or Jermall Charlo. Now, I don't think that's fair to him.
Yeah, let me say this. Let me repeat. Bruce Gold said he's from Providence, and even Andrade's homies are fed up with him. They fed up with him not fighting nobody. Macadacious Mac of the South says Charlo versus Jacob is a good fight because they have been having tensions between each other. But Charlo versus Benavidez, I want to see that shit. We want to see that shit too. Big ups to my homeboy Blood Boxing, Retro Boxing in the building. He said, big ups to the panel. Make sure y'all go follow Blood Boxing, man. Retro Boxing documentaries. He's the homie. Blood, let me know if you want that link, bro. Let me know if you want to get on here, my brother. He said, salute to Bruce. Good shit. And Bruce said, salute to Blood. That's good shit, man. And like I said, Those are the fights that just gotta happen, bro. This is the whole deal with 2021. Usually by this time, they'll have a list of fights that's gonna happen. And most fights would have been set at least till the summer. Bro, they hardly have any fights set thus far. So everybody talking shit. Ain't nobody making these fights. I'm sick and tired of the Teofimos. I'm sick and tired of the Ryan Garcias. All those little dudes, I'm sick and tired of it. I just want some good damn fights. And Benavidez, the shit that him and his father talking, this is what the fuck we talking about. This is what we want to see. This is what we need for boxing. Because right now, boxing ain't looking good. Anytime boxing got to hold up for MMA, you know what I'm saying? That's some bullshit. MMA is holding for boxing. And David Benavidez to the first step. Now, we got to see what Charlo gonna do. We got to see what Andrade gonna do. We already know Canelo don't want none of that shit. We already know that. So we got to make it happen, period. They got to make it happen. That's just what it is. BDO coach, I got anything?
Click me back in.
You already know, my brother?
Yeah, man, I think that's a good division that's gonna start heating up. Fuck Canelo. We know that bitch ain't gonna fight nobody but Europeans. So fuck it. Make the division high with all them guys, man. Y'all motherfuckers fight each other, and when y'all get big, tell Canelo fuck off. I ain't fucking with you. That's how you do it. You know what I mean? Fuck it. Y'all make the division hot. Y'all fight each other, and then when Canelo won't come snooping around, tell that bitch get the fuck. We ain't fucking with you, bitch. You ain't want to give. Do like Errol did Keith. That's what you do. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Blood say he need a link. Send it to him, bro.
That's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah. You know, that's the way I feel about it, bro. I think that these motherfuckers need to say fuck Canelo and just fight each other and make y'all money, bro. And may the best man come out on top. Whoever come out on top between the good fighters, hey man, they gonna fucking be the money man then. And they could just tell Canelo, suck a dick. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? That's how I feel about it, bro. Cause he a bullshit ass dude. He just keep wanting to fight all these Europeans. Man, go fuck yourself. I don't care how much money I'm gonna make. You gotta have some pride somewhere. You know what I'm saying? And y'all make y'all own division. Fuck that dude, man. We know what he about, bro.
Hey, he won't even fight his own countrymen now.
Hey,
so
that's some bullshit. Can you imagine all the black fighters saying we're not gonna fight no black fighters? Do you know the outroar that would happen if a motherfucker said that? Huh? Be honest, bro. If all the black fighters said we ain't fighting no more black fighters, could y'all fucking imagine how fucking fucked up boxing would be after that?
It'll be
just
disgusting.
Think about that shit. This bitch said, I'm not going to fight no Mexicans. If all the black fighters say, we're not fighting no more black fighters.
Hey, look, my feeling is if he could get away with that, all these people should stop calling for Spencer Crawford to fight. Let's just forget about it.
Right.
About Spencer Crawford. Let's just drop it.
Fuck it. Right. If Canelo ain't fighting no more no more Mexican fighters like David fucking Benavidez, I don't want to hear no more about Bud and motherfucking Spence. Black fighters, y'all need to say, fuck it. We ain't fighting no more black fighters then. Fuck it.
No Tank versus Devin Haney. None of that.
Yeah, bro, that shit is crazy, bro.
You already know they want and need the black fighters to cancel each other out, dude. We already fucking know that. That's what they've been trying to do forever. Y'all cancel each other.
I bet you what. Black fighters will bring boxing to its fucking knees if they say that shit. If Canelo don't fight David Benavidez, we not fighting. No more black fighters fight each other. I bet you boxing and getting that ass. I bet you that. They're getting his ass. Man, you gonna fight David Benavidez, motherfucker. That's what happened, bro. This shit is bullshit, bro.
That man said he gonna fight motherfuckers like Yurdam and Caleb. All the European motherfuckers. We ain't fighting no Mexicans.
Saunders, Billy Joe Saunders.
They're already saying that. They say his next fight is gonna be sick.
He already got it lined up. He got his whole year lined up already.
Bullshit, bro.
The only thing is The only thing is he may fight Caleb Plant, and I think Caleb beats Canelo.
Well, it depends on what happens this weekend, bro. You gonna look at Caleb and see how Caleb fight. If Caleb fucking throw down like he's supposed to, he gonna keep the fuck away from Caleb Plant. If
BD, BD, when he start talking, mute your mic.
Yeah, when that motherfucker, this is the whole deal. That motherfucker like to sit back and watch. Depending on how Caleb fucking Plant fight this weekend versus Truex, that's where he's gonna make a determination if he's gonna fuck with him or not. That's the exact same thing fucking Manny Pacquiao did with Spence. When he saw how Spence beat the shit out of fucking Mikey, oh no, I don't want him, I want Mikey. Fuck that. Fuck that. It's exactly what they do. Let me say, Bruce Gold said, from what I've been hearing today, the Canelo Saunders fight is a done deal. Yes, I did. I heard it for Cinco de Mayo, 2021, like May 5th weekend. I heard about it, so it's already set, bro. Oh man, I hope Yarden knock his ass out. Even though I already know he knows he could beat Yarden, bro. He sparred the man every fucking day, so man, that's a done deal, bro. It's boxing shit, bro.
Hit your mic, Nick. BN, hit your mic. There we go. Like I said, bro, you gotta make. That's the only way you can push this motherfucker. Yeah, that fight is set. Canelo and Saunders, they set that shit, bro. That shit is already done. Boo Boo can forget about that fight because he wanted that fight. He wanted that fight with Billy Joe, and Billy Joe gonna go for that money. And that's a tough fucking fight for Canelo, bro. That's not an easy fight, bro. I think Billy Joe got enough experience, he got good footwork, and he can box his ass off. And don't get me wrong, Canelo wouldn't be fighting him if he thought he couldn't beat him. But I think Billy Joe can beat him. I really do, because he can punch pretty good, and Billy Joe got good skills. Now Caleb Plant, I think Caleb Plant need to get stronger. I think Caleb Plant need to get with somebody to help him develop his crack, because right now he don't have enough crack to keep Canelo from. Now he got the boxing skills, no question about it. He has the boxing skills, but did he call himself sweet hands? His hands are pretty sweet because the motherfuckers don't knock a fucking fly out, and that's just a fact, bro. So I'm muting right now.
I was just sitting there laughing, bro, before I post this here. Man, Bruce Gold's tripping, man. He said, both of them UPD, so there's no advantage there. Yeah, they both got busted, so I have to agree with you on that, brother. They both got PD. One more person. Mac of the South says Canelo is 20-1 favorite over Yarden. God damn, that ain't no fight. I agree. We got Blood Boxing in the building. Talk to us, Blood. Going on,
how y'all brothers doing, man? It's good to finally be in here with y'all brothers, man. Chop it up to talk some of this here boxing talk, man. What's up, Coach? How you doing, bro? Good to see y'all, man. Yes, sir.
Hey, I'm good, man. I'm good, bro. Good to have you on the show, bro. We just be chopping it up, we get tired of having the same conversation, so there's some new shit that's coming up, bro. So we had to come on and talk about it and see what everybody's thoughts is on this Charlo and Benavidez talk going back and forth. So I think I'm ready to see that, man. That would be delightful, bro. I would be happy as hell, man. So
that would be a good fight, man, for Charlo to move up into, it'll be at 168, I suppose, and he'll be moving up into that division. What is he going to relinquish his regular title down in the WBC in middleweight?
I don't know. He might be like he might try to do like Javante. He might try to be a 130 and 135. He may keep that belt. He try. They still got good fights at 160. You still got GGG, who he been wanting to beat his ass, and he's scared to fight him. So
Look, Charlo go up to 168. WBC might name him the interim franchise champ. You know, with that bullshit, the interim franchise.
You know, I heard y'all talking about Billy Joe Saunders. Another thing that he has for Canelo is he comes out of a southpaw stance too, which that's something different too for Canelo. I mean, not too many fighters face southpaw fighters who are as good as Billy Joe Saunders. And Billy Joe Saunders, I think he's lost a little bit of his footwork in the lateral movement. I know that he had a knee brace on at one time and he was going through a few problems, a few injuries and stuff, but he's starting to get a little bit older, man. So we need to get this fight going, and I would love to see that fight too. I think he has a better chance than some of the other guys up there at 168, that's for sure.
What you say, Nick?
I just want to see Canelo get his ass whooped, bro. That's just what it is, bro. I just want him to fight better competition, man. I just want, cause my deal with Canelo is everybody want to, most, especially Mexicans, want to put him at their top pound for pound fighter. I need him to fight better competition. I want to see him fight black fighters. I want to see him fight Mexican fighters. I don't know why the hell is he straying away from that, bro, and fighting these European fighters, bro. I'm sick and tired of it, bro. You know, hopefully Billy Joe Saunders gonna go in there and handle his business and give me what I've been looking for, man, and beat his ass, bro. You know, I think Billy Joe Saunders possesses exactly what we want to see. You know, he possessed the equalizer to fuck over Canelo, man, and that's just what I want, and that's what I want to see, man. Period.
Well, like I said, we know Canelo don't want to get in there with it because the PBC, when he got out of their contract with Golden Boy, the PBC offered him $75 million 3-fight deal. And they said the second fight would have to be Charlo. And that motherfucker said no deal. 3 fights, $75 million fucking dollars, bro. Plus back in because it's all pay-per-views. And this motherfucker wouldn't take it. So we can forget about that motherfucker. He ain't gonna fight who he's supposed to fight. He not gonna get in there with nobody that we want to see. But like I said, when he decided to say that he not gonna fight no Mexican fighters. Now, what if all the black fighters, the top black fighters, said we ain't fighting no black fighters? Boxing would go to hell now, wouldn't it? It would die. So that shit is terrible. They shouldn't allow that motherfucker to do that. But for something, I don't know. Canelo must have caught Suleiman and the rest of these motherfucking organizations, president's fucking sheep or something. He must have video of him doing some nasty shit because they allow this bitch to do anything.
They're Mexican, man. They look out for their own because they're Mexican.
Man,
the Suleiman's been running the WBC since the 1970s, and they've always looked out for Mexican fighters first, always. And that's really what it's all about when it comes to that whole thing. You saw what they did to Pernell.
Yeah, but my whole deal is this, and I'm hoping that franchise shit stays where it's at 160, does not transcend up to 168. Because right now, like I said, at 168, I want to see some knockouts. I want to see some real fights at 168, bro. Right there, Williams says, does Boo Boo ask for a mandatory after Canelo beats Saunders? Man, listen, man. Boo Boo is strapped over there with Eddie Hearn. He's not going to get the Canelo fight. All the Boo Boo fans, he's just made it in his mind. He trapped himself in that shit right there. He's making a little bit of money, and he's going to just fight whoever they put in front of him, bro. But he's not going to get the Canelo fight. That's just what's going to happen, point blank. One more. Macadacious Mac of the South said Canelo only fight people he knows he can beat. Definitely. That's what everybody said. That's exactly what Tim Bradley said the other day. Tim Bradley dog his fucking ass. Can't beat you, won't fight you.
Hey, but guess what? Tim Bradley is a fucking hypocrite. Mute your mic. Tim Bradley is a fucking hypocrite, though. So, motherfucker, don't come here with that bullshit about Canelo didn't want to fight. Motherfucker, you wouldn't step across the street and fuck with Danny Garcia, Sean Porter, or fucking Keith Thurman. And you had opportunities. You fought Manny Pacquiao 3 motherfucking times. Don't get me wrong. You got paid for it, but your ass wouldn't step across the fucking street. You stayed on the fucking porch. You stayed in your area. You didn't go to no other neighborhood, motherfucker. So don't talk about Canelo because your motherfucking ass the same goddamn way. And that is a fact, Jack. Now, Billy Joe Saunders pissing me off because he owed Boo Boo a fight. That fight was signed before COVID, right? Now he backing out. I don't know who the fuck he gonna fight next. He gotta get a fight in before he fuck with Canelo, you know? So, and how come this motherfucker get an opportunity like that? You know? Boo Boo is a fucking champion. Why he can't get an opportunity? But he ain't a champion at 168. Billy Joe is. I understand that part. You know? But this shit is bullshit, man. But like I said, I don't even want to talk about that redhead motherfucker because he not gonna fight none of the top fighters. I'm happy about what the fuck is going on with Jermall Charlo and David Benavidez, and I hope that fight come to fruition. Win, lose, or draw either one of them guys, y'all got my fucking respect. Next time.
What's up, Blood? You got anything to say about that?
No, not really. I mean, he's up at 168, and there's not really a whole lot of black fighters there. So if we're trying to get him to fight, and if Billy Joe Saunders does mess with somebody, he can mess with Danny Jacobs, because Danny Jacobs is rated pretty high over there in the WBO. He's a top 5 fighter. So that would be a good fight to see if you want to see him step into somebody before he gets Canelo Alvarez. That Jacobs fight would be a good fight for him. But really, Canelo is just campaigning in a division where there's not a whole lot of black fighters, which is 168. There really isn't a lot there.
Yeah, he was smart. He actually said that. And he made it clear. I'm fighting at 168 only. I'm not going down. That means that Triple G got to go up. That means that Canelo got to go up. Everybody go up to fight. And that's just what it is. Bruce Gold said Jose Suleiman was Syrian and Mauricio was born in Mexico, but he's Middle East descent. Okay, yeah, that's definitely true. Magadation Maga the South said Tim Bradley is BS. Spence was his WBC mandatory challenger, and he didn't want that Spence smoke. That's why he retired, bro. He got the fuck. He didn't want none of that, bro. I mean, also, man, I want to touch up in boxing news. All this cap and shit, bro. In the 135 division, coach. I mean, your boy that you were believing in, Ryan Garcia. I'm gonna put you out there on the spot, bro. Ryan Garcia and the Manny Pacquiao shit. I don't know if that shit's gonna happen. Also, I seen some shit with Teofimo Lopez on Hot Boxing. I mean, it was very disrespectful, man, to Devin Haney and his father. I mean, Teofimo Lopez's daddy was talking a lot of shit, bro. Talking about Devin Haney's daddy, all he wanted is that man, want his son money. All kind of disrespectful shit, bro. And they kept on vowing on that show that their next fight is going to be Devin Haney, not Kambosos, because I think right now with Australia, wherever the hell Kambosos live, they can't travel. So they took out a travel ban and shit, right? So,
hey, that just got put out though. That been happened. See, that's where we getting all fucked up. That interview with Teofimo, that shit been happened. Because Teofimo said if the Kambosos fight don't get made, well, Kambosos right now is in Florida training. You understand? Kambosos is in Florida right now training. So they making that Kambosos fight. Now this is what's fucked up. Teofimo cutting his nose off to spite his face. Because if you feel you can beat Devin Haney, you can fucking, because he wanted to fight in Australia and fill that stadium, that 60,000 capacity stadium. So he knew he was going to get paid. He said, if I can't go over to Australia and fight that fight, because they was going to use that big stadium over there, then he would fight Devin Haney. Well, Australia put a ban on all sports right now. There's no sports that can go on right now in Australia. So Kambosos is over here. So Teofimo lied. That motherfucker wasn't a man of his word. Went on Mike Tyson's show, just like Mike Tyson said, I don't want to see no Kambosos. You need to fight Devin Haney. And he said, you know, if the fight don't get made in Australia. So, but what they did was they went on and made that fight in Bay with Cambosis, and they're gonna fight in the United States. So Teofimo full of shit. He don't want no smoke with Devin, and that's it is what it is. Devin needs to go and fight Mikey. That's what he needs to do. Try to get a fucking fight with Mikey. That fight shouldn't be hard to make because Mikey is a free agent. Offer the man the right amount of money and don't disrespect him because he deserves whatever y'all, you know, a good purse and even money on the back end. So let that man get his money and fight him. And Devin, if you beat Mikey Garcia, then motherfucker, sky's the limit for you then, bro. You know? But go ahead, Blood, what you think, bro?
Oh, about this whole thing at lightweight, man. I would like to see Teofimo Lopez and Devin Haney fight, man. Point blank, period. And you're right. Those Mike Tyson hot boxing sessions, because Shannon Briggs said it 6 months before he actually appeared in the show. He said that, hey, I did a show with Mike Tyson. I'm hoping they're going to show it sometime soon. And it was like 5 or 6 months later before they showed the fight. So, I mean, before they showed the hot boxing. But it's hard to tell based off of hot boxing, that's for sure. But it looks like he's going to fight Cambosis, man. I think that, you know, for him to prove himself as an undisputed, he should want to hold that belt that Devin Haney has, because the WBC franchise was presented to us wrong, man. It was presented wrong. They did that just to make this guy appear to be undisputed. The belt that Devin Haney has is the one that Pernell Whitaker and all them have. You know what I'm saying? That's the line. That's the real line. So putting this franchise belt there, man, and all that, it's a bunch of bull crap. So I just want to see these guys start fighting, man, and stop popping stuff all over the internet, man. Just get in there and fight, man. We didn't have to hear all this stuff back in the day. I understand we have social media now, but come on, man. You guys got to put up, man. You guys got to put up, man. Stop doing all that talk.
I definitely agree with you, man. I'm just trying to figure out why Teofimo don't want undisputed. I mean, I thought that was just the reason for boxing. I thought everybody wanted undisputed. I mean, unified, yeah, you got that, but why not undisputed? Why? I mean, this boxing shit is just going too far. Like, you know, he's afraid of undisputed. They got champions, belt holders, calling out everybody they could think of, and nobody want no smoke. So it's just a lot of these Black Fridays, man, they're being freezed out because nobody want no smoke. These fighters got to understand. They got to look out for each other, man, and they got to fight one another. Terrence Crawford got to fight Showtime Sean Porter. Somebody got to fight Russell. Somebody got to fight him, man. These fighters got to fight each other, man. This is some bullshit, bro. I'm getting sick and tired of seeing these big fights, man.
Hey, man, like I said, bro, they don't want to. He know he can't beat Devin. That's the bottom line. And just like I asked the question the other day while on the show, if he was not with Top Rank, he only got 16 fucking fights. Do you really believe he would have got Vasyl Lomachenko? No, he wouldn't have got. If he was with anybody else, he wouldn't have got Vasyl Lomachenko. He got it because Vasyl was with Top Rank, Teofimo with Top Rank. That's the only reason he got that motherfucking fight. He didn't get that fight for no other reason than that. Because his record, don't get me wrong, he stopped Richard Comey. It was good stoppage. But he have only 16 fights. He wouldn't even got the Comey fight if he wasn't with Top Rank. You know? Devin got 20-something fights. What, 22, 23 fights? Or 24. He got 24 fucking fights, bro. That dude been in the game longer than Teofimo. Devin started fighting pro at 16. He couldn't fight in the States, so he went to Mexico and fought. You know? So let's keep it real. For him to act the way he's acting now, like he's fucking high and mighty for beating Vasyl Lomachenko, come on, man. That's one fighter. And Vasyl is a 130-pound fighter. I don't care what he say. I don't care what nobody else say. He's a 130-pound fighter. Now, he can beat some older fighters at 135, like Linares. He can beat those guys. And like Luke Campbell, who's every fight he's fought in for a championship, he's lost. Don't get me wrong, but for him to just act like he's acting like he the big dog right now and showing off like that, he know what the deal is. That's why he not getting there with Devin. Devin gonna whoop that ass. He gonna outbox him because he's too fast. Teofimo has a tendency to cover up once he get on the ropes. If he do that with Devin Haney, he gonna get beat up. Devin is too quick for him. Don't get me wrong. Teofimo is a very good athlete and he got good feet, but it's not as good as Devin. Devin IQ, I think, is a lot higher, and he has a long jab. He's much taller, and it's the same thing with Tank. You know, I think Devin can outbox him when he fight Mikey Garcia. He's a lot taller than Mikey Garcia. I think he got his jab, his footwork, and he's pretty accurate. Accuracy in boxing and being in position to punch all the time. That's a great thing about Devin. To be honest with you, I want Devin to fight Mikey Garcia, but if he don't, go fuck Rolly up because he run his mouth too much. You know, take that WBA regular title. Do that. Fuck it. You know.
Yeah, man. Once again, man, this franchise belt, it comes into play. And another thing about all of these mandatories and all of that stuff, you have to look at the sanctioning body heads at some point and ask them and question them as to why their rankings are not real and why they have these certain mandatories who have not even tested themselves against one other top 10. If you look at a top 10 several years ago, you'll see something totally different. As far as Lomachenko, now I've always believed that Lomachenko was overrated. Let's not forget, this is the guy who came into the game just because he has the Olympic gold medals and all of that. That did not prove, because the amateur system is different from the pro system anyway. As soon as he went into the gate, he lost to Salido. Okay, basically a journeyman C-class fighter. And he is a C-class fighter. He was able to go in there and he was able to beat Lomachenko at his prime. And that was Lomachenko when he was at his very best, right? Because he had been boxing for quite some time already. He was at his very best. He was at his physical prime when Salido beat him, a C-class fighter. So he was always overrated to me, right? So I don't know why they made this big deal out of him beating Lomachenko. It's not like he's done anything significant, because some of us didn't rate Lomachenko that high anyways. He got less than 20 fights, man. You know what I'm saying? So to put him on pedestal just because he has a victory over Lomachenko sounds ridiculous to me. He has to get in there because all of those guys would have beat Lomachenko. Devin Haney would beat him. Tank Davis would beat him. Even Ryan Garcia would have a chance. Now, I might favor Lomachenko to beat Ryan Garcia. But Devin Haney and Tank, in my opinion, would also beat Lomachenko, and he might get stopped in one of those fights.
Well, I'm gonna say this. I'm not gonna fault Lomachenko because they allowed that shit to happen. And I think it's a tough fight for him with these young guys. But the thing about it is, you can see the racism in boxing because Rigondeaux had 2 gold medals also. He didn't get a fucking world title shot his second fight. So we see what it is. And Bob Arum, he got relationships with all of these presidents of these organizations. So they kind of let him, especially the WBO, they let him do whatever the fuck he want to do with the WBO. You know, so they allowed Vasyl Lomachenko to do what he did. And don't get me wrong, Vasyl Lomachenko is a very, very, very good fighter. But they didn't do that with Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux fucking had 2 gold medals also in the Olympics back to back. So we know what that's about, you know. And I like Vasyl. I'm not gonna take nothing away from him. I was disappointed in him that he started so late against Teofimo. I think if he would have put pressure on Teofimo early and let his hands go, he could have beat him. I really believe that, because when he started fighting him, he was landing good shots on him, and Teofimo ended up going to the ropes and putting his head down and shit like that, where he was making mistakes. So I'm not going to take nothing from Vasyl and what they allowed him to do, you know, but I do you got to put that on the organizations. There's no way that this kid should have been allowed to do that. Because I would have told him, you know what? But Bob Arum know what sells, and we know the complexion for the protection sells. So that's what it is. What up, Money? What's happening? Money Brown, you want to come out here, boy? Send Money a link, man. Send Money a link, bro.
Send me an email. I got it, man. He said, salute BNboxingNews.
Send Money a link, man.
And he also says, salute to OG Blood.
Yes, sir, man. Shout out to my boy Monty Brown, man. Have y'all also noticed that the WBC hasn't franchised not one black fighter? Have y'all noticed that? No? They haven't franchised not one black fighter, and I'll tell you what, nobody appreciates these guys like Mendoza and all of these guys. Suleiman, Mendoza, the other guy, Barcelos, whatever his name is. These guys just do what they want, and you know, they make everything fight specific. Their guidelines, I've looked at their guidelines several times. They have loopholes so they could rearrange things all the time. They need to have some set guidelines, some standard guidelines that apply to everybody across the board. But they won't do nothing like it. You know, they want to make franchise belts to protect fighters, but they didn't give not one black fighter a franchise. Gary Russell had their belt longer than anybody else. Gary Russell had his belt the longest. So wouldn't you want to franchise the guy who has the belt the longest? I know that's how it works everywhere else. So you get some kind of promotion that usually is when you do longer. I don't understand that right now.
I think Lomachenko and Gary Russell, they need to run it back at 130. Period. I think that should be Lomachenko's comeback fight against Gary Russell to show us what he can do at 130. Because I don't think, like I said, 135, he's done it at 135, bro. He can't beat anyone of those young lions at 135. But at 135, it don't seem like those guys, want to fight each other anymore. You know, and I know a little while ago you said that Gervonta could beat Lomo. It looked like Gervonta, like I said, I can't say Gervonta was scared. It could have been a Floyd thing. I think Floyd didn't want to see Gervonta fight Lomo. So with that being said, that's why that fight never happened, bro. But with that vicious crack that Gervonta possessed, I wouldn't put Lomo in front of him. Lomo too small, bro. He'll do Lomo the exact same thing with the Leo Santa Cruz. Damn, they killed that boy. Put that boy to death.
Nah. Mute your mic. Let me just say one thing. Let me just say one thing.
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. I think Tank can beat him. Don't get me wrong. But doing that shit that he did to Leo Santa Cruz, fuck no. I don't believe that. I think that would be a very good fight, and I think Floyd was uncomfortable making that fight because Lomachenko was calling out Tank Davis, and that's a fact, Jack. Listen, that's two very high IQ fighters, bro. Very high IQ fighters. That ain't no fucking easy walk for neither one of them. I know Tank got power, but power don't always get you to the mountaintop, bro. That boy got skills. Vasil Lomachenko got skills. You can't take that away from him, bro. You know.
No, bro. Linares touched him. So all he had to do is touch him.
He went up to 135. Linares touched him. Linares is a much taller fighter. Vasil Lomachenko and Tank Davis, that's around the same, or he's maybe taller than Tank Davis. So don't look at it like that, bro. You can't look at, and then that's two left-handed fighters. Linares threw a straight right. Linares is a conventional fighter. He's orthodox. So that's a different shot that he landed. Tank is a left-handed fighter. Now, we ain't gonna know about it because Floyd didn't want to make that fight. Floyd didn't want to make that fucking fight because he didn't believe in Tank Davis enough to make that fight. I think Tank will beat him. I think Tank will give him put it on his ass. But I don't think it's an easy fight at all. I'm a mute, bro. No. Fuck no, he ain't stopping that dude, bro. That dude ain't never been stopped. That dude ain't getting stopped, bro. He ain't getting stopped. Now him hurting him, him knocking him down, yeah, I can see him knocking him. He ain't stopping that motherfucker. You can say whatever you want.
People beat Lomachenko, I think Shakur would beat him too.
Oh yeah. I think so too. I think because of Shakur's height. Understand? Because Shakur is a big fucking 130. Shakur is not small. Shakur is a big ass 130, bro. He was a big ass 126. Everybody he fight, he taller than him. And he's broader shouldered. Dude, you gotta look at all of that kind of shit. You can't just say, he would fucking whip that ass like that. Nah, that's bullshit. Shakur giving problems because of Shakur's style. And Shakur is a better boxer than Tank Davis. He's a hell of a man. That dude is a hell of a boxer, bro. His skill level is up there, bro. You got to look at that shit, man. These guys like him and Devin Haney, they see punches before you even think about it, bro. Tank got his fucking eye closed by Leo Santa Cruz, bro. He got his eye closed. Look at the fight. So don't think you're gonna just whoop on Vasil, who's more accurate. I ain't gonna say he throw way more punches than Leo, because Leo throw a lot of punches, and Tank was getting touched in that fucking fight. So I'm a mute and hear what you got to say, Ben.
You start by saying United States Shakur spoiled Lomo twice. Man, height don't mean shit, but all reach and height means you gotta fight him long way from the outside. At the end of the day, all I'm saying is this: Tank got power in both hands. So definitely, all Tank got to do is touch him, bro. And you see how Tank the type of dude, bro. When Tank get mad, bro, that dog get in Tank, bro. Like when Leo was touching Tank up, Tank got mad, and Tank just threw that left uppercut and almost killed him. The same thing he gonna do to Lomachenko, bro. He gonna.
Let me ask you this, Nick. Look at how he knocked Leo Santa Cruz out, right? Leo was up against the ropes, right?
Yes.
You're not putting Lom up against the ropes. You're not putting Lom up against the ropes, bro. He's not gonna stay there. He got great vision. He's not staying there, bro.
What Lomo do is dart in and out. He gonna catch Lomo trying to use those angles, dart in. That's a wrap.
Hey, I'm not saying Tank is not capable of knocking him out. I don't see it though. I don't see that motherfucker knocking. That dude got too much experience to get knocked out like that. That motherfucker is a great fucking fighter. Don't get me wrong. He lost because he didn't start early enough. But to say that Tank are just bulldozing, man, you tripping. That's a tough fucking fight. And Loma is very, very accurate. And Tank eye got damn near close against Leo. So motherfucker Lomachenko gonna hit your motherfucking ass a bunch of times, bro. I lost. No, I'm not gonna say I lost money because I didn't. I was gonna lose money on motherfucking Gary Russell Jr. against Lomachenko, bro. But I decided not to bet it because I looked at the line. I was going online and bet that fucking fight. And when I saw what he did to Gary Russell Jr., bro, he whooped the fuck out of Gary Russell Jr., bro. He beat the shit out of Gary, bro.
I watched that fight, bro, about 2 weeks ago, bro.
He beat the shit out of Gary, boy. And Tank, that ain't no easy fight for nobody, Jack, at 130 or 135.
Well, Teofimo Lopez made it look real easy, bro. Teofimo Lopez had him scared of that power. He was just like with Tank Davis. He's gonna be afraid of that power, and he's gonna be afraid of that counter. That's exactly what happened to him with Teo. He was afraid to get countered and knocked the fuck out. He was afraid of that power. That's why he didn't throw for fucking 6-7 rounds. All Teo had to do was win one more round, which he did, and that fight was all his. Lomo afraid. Lomo know he ain't got no chin. He's scared. He's scared of those body shots, bro. Oh, y'all give Lomo too much credit, man. He already he worked the
Dude, damn near 500 fights, the man ain't never been stopped, and you gonna fucking sit here and talk about that motherfucking he was scared. Dog, don't get me wrong. Look how much bigger Teo is than him, bro. Teo is way bigger than this fucking dude. He young, he got power, and he got speed, and he got quickness. Don't get me wrong. I don't think he's a 135 fighter. But for him to fight Tank, and he's taller than Tank, Lomachenko is taller than Tank, bro. Bro, that's a fucking good ass fight. He ain't just gonna stop that dude because of his abilities, bro. Over almost 500 fights, and this fucking man ain't never got knocked out in amateurs or none of that shit. Man, stop it, bro. You gotta know the fucking game, bro. That dude he ain't gonna get knocked out by Tank. Not can Tank win? Yes. Can he knock him down? Yes. But do I think he's gonna stop him? I don't think he's gonna stop him. And I think that it's gonna be a very strategic chess match if they ever meet up. That's all I got. What you think, what you think, Blood?
As far you can't really argue against that because he has never been stopped and he's fought, like you said, he had a long amateur career. Nobody never stopped him. He got into the ring. He's fought pretty much, some of the better guys around in the smaller weight classes. He held his own. He's fighting guys who are bigger than him because Teofimo Lopez is a bigger fighter. And back in the day, they would have been in two different weight classes, especially back before same day weigh-ins. They would have definitely been maybe even two weight classes apart because it's hard. It's easy to see that Teofimo Lopez was much bigger than him when you looked at them in the ring fight night. It looked like two different weight classes. But his skill level is what keeps him in these fights, man. I do think that he's lost a step. I think he's lost a step, but most fighters do when they're in their 30s. They lose a step or two. But I still think he's very dangerous. It's going to be hard for a fighter to stop him. I would favor Tank and Devin Haney and Stevenson Shakur to beat him more so off the distance. If I had to bet money, I would say that all three of them are very capable, especially Shakur and Devin because of they're more natural boxers. They use their feet a lot more, whereas Tank, you see him cutting off the ring a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? So and like you said, a fighter like Lomachenko, he's not going to let Tank cut him into a corner with that. He still has pretty fancy footwork. He's not going to let him put him on the ropes like Leo Santa Cruz did. And that kind of fight favors younger fighters like Devin Haney and Shakur much more when they fight in the center of the ring. Because Lomachenko, he's one of those type of fighters who knows how to coast through these fights anyway. Even if he can't win them, he's going to know how to survive because he's been in there. It's like the back of his hand. So I see what you're saying, man. I would still favor all three of them to beat him. But if I had to bet money, I would say unanimous decision for Shakur and for Devin Haney. And then Tank, it might be a little closer of a fight for Tank. It might be just because of the style.
Aparoka said Canelo is top of the food chain. Yeah, he's top of the food chain to get ate up. Fuck. He ain't trying to fight nobody. He ain't trying to fight nobody, bro. I know you're trying to troll, but Canelo, he's garbage, bro.
Hey, he top of the food chain. He is the pound for pound best at beating up Europeans. he ain't fucking with no Mexicans, and he ain't fucking with no niggas. Now what's up?
Marvin Dixon back in the South said Loma wants a rematch against Lopez, but Lopez don't want to run it back. Hell no. Why would he? Why would he? Canelo top of the food chain, prove me wrong. Come on, man. We already proved you wrong. He says he does not want to fight Mexicans, and you already see he don't want to fight blacks. So he only want to fight the weak. Period. You already know that, bro.
That's with Lomachenko anyways, because there's nothing for him to gain because Lomachenko was never any kind of star. He was never no big, large draw, anything like that. They tried to overrate him and tried to. We had guys like what's this guy's name? This damn clown that comes on talking MMA all the time. He got a real popular show. He said that that Lomachenko's the best thing he had ever seen. I can't remember the guy name. I'm subscribed to him. He always dealing with that UFC shit. Joe Rogan, that's his name. Rogan, the Rogan Experience. He went on there and said that Lomachenko was better than Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard. You telling a million people this. You know what I'm saying? You telling a million people that Lomachenko is better than Ali and Sugar Ray Leonard and Robinson and all of those people. People are listening to this stuff, but still, he still wasn't. He was nobody who was ever going to be no big time paper star. If you put Lomachenko in a pay-per-view, because that fight wasn't pay-per-view between Stevenson and Lomachenko. I'm not even sure if that would have did $1 million buys, man. That wouldn't have did no $1 million buys. That's hey, what I got to say.
Mac of the South, bro. You're absolutely right. That motherfucker is top of the duck or fighter chain. That's what the fuck he is. That motherfucker is top of the. Prove him wrong, motherfucker. I'm gonna prove you wrong with this. He dropped the WBC because he wouldn't fuck with Charlo. How about that? How about that, motherfucker? Since you talking this dumb shit coming on here trying to troll. But you can't fucking troll no motherfucker that know boxing, bro. You just a fan. You one of them motherfuckers that let's go. We going right now. We going right now. He ducked Jermall Charlo. He ducked Boo Boo Andre. He ducked Jermall Charlo at 154, and he moved up to 160. Jermall went up there, and guess what he did when he was his mandatory? He dropped the belt and asked for a franchise belt. That is a fact. Instead of him go to, and when he went up to 168 the first time, he fought a motherfucker named Rocky Fieldhand. That's who the fuck he fought. He didn't fuck with Zurdo, Gilberto Ramirez. That's who Zurdo is, in case you don't know about boxing. He didn't fuck with him. Then he want to go fuck with Kovalev, who done lost 3 fights. He didn't fuck with Benavidez. He didn't fuck with Bivol. He didn't want no smoke with them. Who Charlo beat? This was what this clown said. Who Charlo beat? Well, let's see. Who the fuck did Liam Smith beat, motherfucker? Who did Liam Smith beat? Who the fuck did James Kirkland beat? Who the fuck they beat?
Yeah, we welcome.
Man, I'm not gonna even entertain a clown. You a clown. Get the fuck out of here.
We welcome your punk ass. Bottom line is, Canelo don't want to fight no niggas, and he don't want to fight no fucking Mexicans. He want to fight them weak ass European motherfuckers. So therefore, he don't want to fight nobody. Tell him go finish fighting his sparring partner that he's getting ready to fight now. Canelo is a weak bitch. He don't belong on nobody's pound for pound. Tell him go get on that, go eat some more beef or whatever the fuck he eat.
What he said? Who Charlo beat? Exactly. Can't say a single name. He beat J. Rock Williams, who will beat damn near every motherfucker on Canelo list. J. Rock Williams against Liam Smith? Get the fuck out of here. Man, you a dumb fuck. Man, get the fuck out of here, boy. You fucking troll. The fuck out.
Yeah, he a fucking troll, but I welcome his fuck ass. Don't come here with that Canelo bullshit. Don't come here with that Canelo shit, right? Canelo's a duck on this channel, bro. Canelo runs. Until he fight a top competitor, he give a fuck less about it.
Hey, Max say, who the fuck did Yildirim beat? Who the fuck Yildirim beat? He about to fight Yildirim, who lost to a black man in his last fucking fight 2 years ago. That's what the fuck. Who the fuck Yildirim beat? But he giving that bum a fucking shot. A bum. That's who Canelo giving a shot to. Yildirim. Motherfucker done lost 2 fights. He lost his last fight. So get the fuck off this fucking channel, you fucking clown. You don't know shit about boxing. And if you got anything you want to say, come to New Orleans and we can get in the ring, bitch. How about that? I coach boxing and I fucking spar. So come get in the ring with me, you fucking coward. Fuck out of here, you troll.
Boy.
Damn, coach, I knew you had it in you like that, man.
Yeah, dog. Yeah, coach be in the ring all the time, bro. Fucking troll, man. He said, you too old for me. Hey, now you want to call a nigga name, get this bitch off here. You a bitch ass motherfucker.
Don't get that bitch motherfucker off. Don't get him off. I'm too old. You don't know my age. Just because I got this white shit don't mean shit. Motherfucker, I fought. How about you? You probably sit on your couch and eat motherfucking sweet potatoes, you motherfucker. Fucking conchitas and shit. Get the fuck out of here, boy. Come in the fucking ring with me. I'll show you how old I am. Fucking pussy ass boy. Well, this shit is crazy. Me being on this goddamn man. What it is though, they don't come with no facts. All they come with is with bullshit. If you come with facts, then we can fucking chop it up. If you against me, if you think one fighter beat the other, fine. We could debate who, why you feel your man gonna win, why I feel my man gonna win. I don't have no problem with that shit, right? But what I do have a problem with, motherfucker coming up in here and just trying to throw a fucking wrench in the motherfucking in the program just saying dumb shit, you know. Now he talking about the bag. Nobody give a fuck about no bag, motherfucker. We talking about on this channel and on Blood Boxing and on Money TV. Guess what we talk about? The best fighting the best. That's what the fuck we talking about. So if you don't want to see the best fight the best, then don't come on this channel. That's what we want. We talking about. I just got over David Benavidez and Jermall Charlo, right? I just finished talking about. I like both of them because they both warriors. They not running from nobody and ducking and hiding. You understand? I like to see the best fight the best. I could care less about your opinion. Come with some facts. When you come with facts, we could chop it up. That's all it is. Now, I ain't gonna disrespect you, little brother. You believe whatever the fuck you want to believe.
Yeah, Will Be Comfort Omaha said the new owner of Charming Chucky, we done with Canelo, aka Cinnamon. He's fighting nobody and won't fight Charlo or Andrade. Correct. Fucking Potatoes, Mac of the South said, I love how y'all cook this soul food in here. Fucking right, man. This dude here coming this bitch talking that stupid shit. Then got Coach hot this motherfucker, bro. Coach ready to box that bitch. Take your fucking Monty Brown's tape. Whatever this motherfucker did, Apparatus, take your corny ass back to one of them Mexican channel chump. Get the fuck out of here. Go eat some fucking burritos somewhere else, motherfucker. There ain't nothing in here. We got soul food in this bitch. We got that shit in here. Motherfucker come here messing with us. We mind our own business, talking some boxing shit. You know, we ain't got time for that bullshit. What's going on, blood?
Hey man, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you, my brother. Man, that's what we talking about. You know, we ain't trying to build no barriers over here. We just want to see the best guys, and we want to see Canelo step up. You know what? He ain't fighting the black fighters, bro. Point blank period. You look at what's on his resume, you don't see that. And now he at 168, so you're not gonna get him fighting any. That's why he stayed at 168. That's why he did. Because he know he ain't gonna have to deal with too many black fighters. Every time he got in the ring with somebody who had some legs, and he struggled with Laura, okay? He struggled with Trout. I was mad at Trout after the fight because Trout went to go on and saying, hey, I think you won the fight. I was like, shit, Trout, I thought you won the fight. What you giving this man credit for like that? You did better than what you said, man. Trout, after the fight, discredited himself, man. I couldn't believe he did that after he put up such a great performance against Canelo. That fight could have went either way, man. You know, and then Floyd Mayweather schooled him. He couldn't even land a clean punch. You know, what kind of legends you know that's 22 years old who get beat like that, man, by some old guy? Like, you know, to the punch like that. That shit was crazy, man. He couldn't even land nothing solid, man. And then he always created his own weight classes, too. Remember all the catch weights that he would do and all of that stuff like that? Catch weight after catch weight, demand after demand. He always wanted to, you know, bitch about some other shit. Then he'll want to have a rehydration clause for someone else, though. Yeah, he want to fight a catch weight. He's just another guy looking for advantages all the time. That's all he does. Get in there and you fight. That's another reason why Andre, I heard, don't want to fight him, because he was asking for all kind of fucking unfair advantages and shit like that, man.
Man, you know what it is, man. It's the same thing with Gennady Golovkin. Same shit. The motherfuckers don't want no parts of motherfucking Jermall Charlo or Boo Boo Andre. They don't want no parts. You can't melt them motherfuckers and pull them in the ring, Jack. It ain't happening, bro. So I just say.
And then they wanted to say that he was breaking Bernard Hopkins' record when you know they had the belts all screwed up. You can't give him credit for breaking Bernard Hopkins or haggling all them reigns, man, because the first 10 defense don't count, because they're the ones who screwed it up. The WBA screwed it up. Mendoza screwed it up. So, you know, it's not my fault that Gibbons and Durham was going around carrying them.
Hey, BN. Don't entertain this motherfucker no more, dog. You can leave him on the channel. Fuck it. But don't even entertain him, bro, because it's just a troll, bro. He just a troll. He can't speak facts. He can't fucking say what it is. So don't even entertain that motherfucker, bro. You know, don't chat with this motherfucker. It don't even matter with this motherfucker. He just on here to cause problems. That's all it is to it. He not gonna speak facts because he can't win with facts. All he gonna say is Canelo the top of the food chain. Yeah, he is the top of the food chain because they're allowing him to be the top of the food chain. So it ain't no need to entertain stupid people, bro. You know,
But
I just
he only has one pay per view that went over a million without Floyd Mayweather game. You could have proved none of that stuff that was done at the zone. The stuff that was done at the zone, you can't prove those numbers. They can verify those numbers. All I know is that he was not able to hold the zone on his back, and that's why what happened happened. They paid him this big deal thinking he was going to bring all these subscribers to the zone. Where's all these subscribers? Where's all these people that he got?
hey,
Why did he come to the zone?
hey, I already said I'm gonna answer you for the last time, little boy. I'm gonna answer you for the last time. He said why Al Heyman cannot afford Canelo. Al Heyman offered him $75 million for 3 fights. And guess what he said one of the fights gotta be Jermall Charlo. So you know what your little bitch boy Canelo did? No, I don't wanna do that. So keep riding Canelo nuts and I'm done. I'm not giving you no more play. Just like hey, Money, I know you out there watching. Just like I ain't giving that other motherfucker. I ain't gonna even say his name. No more play, baby.
So that other motherfucker you're talking about, I missed y'all's thing, so I'd like to go find that. I don't know what did happen on this channel or on his channel. I know who you're talking about. It was on this channel here?
Hey, it was on both channels. It was on both channels.
Okay.
So I don't wanna. It's on both channels. So I'm not giving no motherfucker no more play who disrespectful and just and he disrespectful. This little guy here, he just trolling. So I'm not giving him no more play because I want to get back to the show because we talking some good shit up in here and we talk facts. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it's about. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think Lara beat Canelo, on speaking some real shit. Lara beat Canelo, bro. Even cheating motherfuckers off for Canelo, bro. Canelo. Matter of fact, I read an article today on how Benavidez, him or his daddy was talking about how Canelo steals other fighters' styles. Like he stole Mayweather's style. They was talking about that shit. Go ahead, what you said?
Hey.
Can't hear you.
All right, hold up.
He did steal.
That ain't even. God damn it. That's not even close. That ain't even no style. Mayweather got feet. Canelo got good upper body movement. He got good upper body movement. He got good head movement. But as far as feet, his feet is nowhere near Floyd. It ain't even a comparison. The only people you can compare with Floyd right now is Shakur and Devin Haney. That's it.
Like Mayweather. Then you probably say he took some of that shit, took it out, he did a Soul Roll bullshit. He tried to steal some of that shit, like he learned before. When he got Canelo, he took some of the shit. You on mute?
I said, just let me know when you're gonna speak so I can mute the mic, and then this kind of help us keep ourselves in order. You know what I'm saying? So, but man, he don't. His feet are nowhere near. That is his reason why he won't fight guys with good feet. You know what I'm saying? Now, as far as him being able to he got good head movement. And don't get me wrong, Canelo's a good fighter. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying he's not a good fighter, but he's not testing himself. And you can't compare him to no Floyd Mayweather, who went from 130 all the way up to 154 and fought guys who were much bigger, and he fought champions. Floyd has 26 champions he fought. 26 champions. So Until you fight the best, there's no comparison. You know what I'm saying? Floyd fought the best, bro. Especially when he was Pretty
What?
Boy. That motherfucker was a warrior, Jack. That motherfucker used to get it in. I'm talking about wars, bro. I done watched him against Chop Chop. That was a fucking war. When he fought Emmanuel Augustus, but them boys was getting it in. Floyd was trying to knock motherfuckers out, bro.
Yeah.
Hey man, I said I'm not entertaining that. You could take that off the screen, bro. I'm not entertaining that no more. I call a Kyle, bro. I'm not saying Canelo's not a good fighter, but you keep on picking on these fucking flat-footed, knock-knee Europeans instead of fucking with anybody who got real skills and fucking good feet and good power. He's fucking with guys who's not on his level, and he know it. You know what I'm saying? He won't fuck with the guys who's on his level. And I never seen a fighter get famous as much as he did for losing to Floyd Mayweather. Now, can you imagine a 23-year-old Floyd fighting a 32-year-old Canelo? That would have been a fucking massacre. Canelo was 23 years old when he fought Floyd, right? He was 23 years old. Can you imagine him fighting a 23-year-old Floyd and he 32? So what make him so fucking great? Floyd beat the shit out that motherfucker. What you say, blood?
Hey, I agree with you 100 on that, man. Yeah. A 23-year-old Floyd versus a 32-year-old Canelo. The only thing that would be kind of messed up with that is the weight difference, because Canelo's head alone is 147. Shit. Canelo got a big ass head, man. Canelo's a big boy, man. I'm telling you. That boy did probably walk around 195, 200 pounds. His head weighed like 150. Shit. You know what I'm saying? Man, Carrot Top, he's a great fighter, though. He's a great fighter. I will give him that, but he's got to prove it against black fighters, though. He needs some more black fighters in his resume. He's got to get some, man. And there's several opportunities out there for him, because he can fight Andre, he can fight Charlo. There's really not too many blacks at 168 or 175. Because 175, I don't know what the hell going on up there. I mean, that shit looking real. You got Bill from two Eastern Europeans who've been holding the whole division hostage for like 2 years now. These guys don't fight either. They won't unify. They won't do none of that stuff. So it's just between like 160 and 175. It's there for the taking. Somebody needs to come up, and you can't come up just by saying, "Hey, I got the biggest name. I got the most Twitter followers." And because the last time he was put on the line to try to build up the zone, he failed at that, man. He didn't have the following that people thought he had, or the following guy not willing to spend the money. Maybe it's young Mexican ladies. I don't know, but they're not spending the money though.
Hey, Zerto gonna go up there and cause some noise though. He gonna cause some noise at 175, bro. Gilberto Ramirez gonna cause problems. Canelo went up. He didn't want to fuck with Zerto because, of course, he don't want to fight Mexican fighters. So, and he didn't want to fuck around with Caleb Plant at one time. Now he's talking about fighting Caleb Plant. But the thing was, this last time, he wanted to give Caleb Plant 5 weeks. 5 week training camp. Well, you've been in the gym. He always wanted an advantage. You know what I'm saying? So, Gilberto wanted to put it on the line. And, Canelo going to wait till David Benavidez, of course. He waited till David Benavidez lost his title on the scales. He didn't want to fight him no time before that. And when the belt became a bit available, Suleiman gave him an opportunity. That's all it is, man. That shit is bullshit. And I also made the point, Blood, I don't know if you saw it or not, but they penalized David Benavidez 3 times, bro. And the reason I say 3 times is this. When he lost his belt on the scale, I'm going to say this for the last time. He lost his belt on the scale. That's a punishment, right? You allow Canelo Alvarez to fight for your belt. That's 2 punishments. 3 punishments is you're gonna pass over David Benavidez to fight v.Jermall, who lost his last fight, and David Benavidez is the #1 contender. But when Canelo got popped, whoever this little clown is that's on here for doing clenbuterol and gonna blame it on some motherfucking Mexican meat, they let him come right back after 6 months, which wasn't nothing but a little 3-month break or a 2-month break, and then you get into training camp, and they allowed him to fight for the title against Gennady Golovkin. So why would you penalize David Benavidez 3 motherfucking times and Canelo only get popped, for 6 months? Go ahead, you can elaborate on that for me, brother.
That just goes to show, man, just how unfair the whole system is, man. Canelo is like, I don't know what it is with the WBC, but it's like he got some dirt on these guys or something like that, because he even got snanked with them one time and told them basically they could go fuck off, and they still went to kissing his ass and shit like that. Which if anybody black who would have told them to go fuck off like that would have been their ass. You know what I'm saying? They would have fuck.
Hey, perfect example. Riddick Bowe took that belt and threw it in the garbage.
There you go.
And guess what happened? They blackballed the fuck out of Riddick Bowe.
They sure did.
But,
and he had to go and carry the scratch right after that. After they did blackball him. So I don't know what it is that Canelo got, man, over the WBC, but I think it's just them looking out for their own. They've been doing it the whole time. They've been doing that shit since the 70s. There's so many examples. And the WBA is like that too. They favor the Hispanic fighters too. And the IBF, I know we got a black president now, and Daryl Peoples, who's pretty much had it for the last 20 years now. He's had it since what's his name, Lee, the guy who got in all that trouble with the money and all that shit back in the early 2000s. But Daryl Peoples, man, I don't know what to really expect from the brother. I do know that when they had that Lipinets mandatory for, I think it was Julius Ndongo for Terrence Crawford to get mandatory, I know that a lot of people did write into Peoples, and he listened to the fight fans. Okay, he was reasonable. He listened to the fight fans, and the IBF usually go hard when they mandatory. But Peoples, he's always seems kind of like the guy who's always like the outcast of them sanctioning bodies anyway. And then the other guy, he's Hispanic too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he got some Hispanic. What's his name? Valdez or whatever the fuck his name is. He all of these guys, man, whatever his name is, they've been looking out for the Hispanic and non-black fighters for quite some time now. It's been that way. It's been that way since day one. They don't franchise nobody black. They built these belts just so they could continue with their promotion of non-black fighters, which they've always done. They've downplayed us since color line, or even before then. This has been that way. And if people can't see it, then I don't know what to say. You're blind, and you can't expect us to put Canelo on our pound for pound. All right, because we have to see more, especially as older fight fans. We got to see more. We got to see some more shit on his resume, right? Because every time he's ever got in there with a black fighter who's a decent black fighter, not Kirkland and them guys, but a decent black fighter, every time he got in there, he struggled. Point blank period. And he ain't done a whole lot. Boxing is what have you done for me lately? He ain't did shit lately, really. He ain't did nothing lately. So no, we're not putting him on our pound for pound. I don't have him nowhere near. He ain't on my top 5, right? He got to do a lot more. He ain't on my top 5. He ain't on my top 10. None of that. Not with what he got on his resume, and they're giving him all this hype. And yet, has he even unified yet? Has he unified and had 2 belts at one time and defended them? Has he defended two belts at once or anything? Yeah.
Well, he just won the WBC. And he got Callum Smith belt. So, so he's unified right now.
Yeah, but okay, he's unified right now. But that was really weak anyway. We look at some of this stuff, man. These fighters now, they get elevated into these belts. You don't even know if he's beating the champion who's been elevated and all that kind of stuff. You start looking around, man. He ain't did enough, man. He needs to stay grounded at 168. And when Charlo and Andre move up, don't change up and don't go running up to 175 because we watching you. The streets is watching. We watch.
Hey. Hey, blood, he can run up to 175 if he want to, but he fuck with Dimitri Bivol or he fuck with fucking a bit of beef or Zerto, that ass gonna get tore up because they ain't got no other motherfucking champions that's up there right now. So he gonna get his ass whipped. So he ain't going up to 170. He's pretty much cornered now, motherfucker. You can't run because if you go up to 175, you fuck.
And Charlo gonna move up, so you're gonna have to fight one. And really not all of them. Not all of them. He gotta live up to this name of his. He got to do what some of the other Mexicans in the past. Now Julio Cesar Chavez, I think at times they drank his Kool-Aid a little too much, but he was a great fighter, and he did take the chances against some of the black fighters like Meldrick Taylor, Frankie Randall. He'll fight these guys. He'll at least give Pernell Whitaker. At least he'll take the fight. But who you call it ain't doing nothing like Canelo ain't doing nothing like he ain't moving like that.
Man, let me tell you something. Julio Cesar Chavez fought all the best. Did he get a couple gifts? Yeah, he got a gift when he fought Meldrick Taylor. He got a gift. He got a gift when he fought fucking Pernell Whitaker. He got a gift. But that motherfucker get in the ring with anybody. That motherfucker was a warrior. He wasn't my favorite fighter back then. But that motherfucker was a warrior. You got to give it to him, bro. He got in the ring and he fucking fought everybody, bro. He fought every fucking body. He fought Meldrick. He fought Sweet Pete. He lost to fucking De La Hoya. He fought Frankie Randall, who gave him his first loss. Really, he lost before that. We know that. 2 seconds left, and Meldrick got knocked down, and fucking Richard Steele stopped the fight, which was a fucking crock. That ended Richard Steele's, pretty much ended his career as a referee because everybody hated him after that. So it was you got to give him that. Canelo not doing that. Oscar De La Hoya, you got to give him his credit. That motherfucker fought everybody he could fight, bro. That motherfucker even went up to 160 and fuck with the X-Man. He fucked with Bernard. So that's true Mexican warriors.
They already say he's the greatest Mexican champ ever. I've been seeing these articles, man, and these headliners about him being the greatest Mexican with no black guys hardly on his resume. And the ones he got, he struggled to beat.
Man, that motherfucking, if they believe that shit, that's some modern day motherfuckers who don't know boxing history. That's what the fuck that is.
That's exactly what it is.
That's motherfuckers who don't know boxing history. If they give that motherfucker the best Mexican champion ever, they have lost their motherfucking minds, because I'm gonna tell you, they got a bunch of other Mexicans that's better than that motherfucker who fought everybody. Win, lose, or draw. Motherfucking Barrera fought every fucking body. Win, lose, or draw. Eric Morales fought everybody. Win, lose, or draw. And that's a fact, Jack. They wasn't scared. Them motherfuckers put it on the line, Jack. But you might have not seen the show the other night. The problem is this, though. This social media shit, this is what's causing the problem. These motherfuckers is tweeting, and they ain't going up to a motherfucker after they fight and getting in their face and talking shit and mushing these motherfuckers in the face. That's the kind. Hey, if Jermall
did that, he got results.
Exactly. He got results. He got in the fucking ring. Exactly. See, that's the whole thing. And I love the Charlo brothers, but them niggas talk in circles too much for me. Y'all talk in circles and be talking a lot, ain't saying nothing. You know what I'm saying? If you want that fight with that motherfucker, go up on the podium and talk shit. Now, when he fight Yildirim, go in the fucking ring. Bitch, stop running. I've been saying this shit, bro. That's the only way, because the Mexican fans go get in his ass. If you notice, when Canelo was going to give up that WBC belt because they was forcing him to fight Gennady Golovkin in that first fight. He was about to give up that fucking belt, and the Mexican fans got in his ass. And that's why he fought Gennady Golovkin. So you got to embarrass him, bro, because otherwise he going to keep getting this free fall, fighting all these fucking bullshit ass fights that nobody want to see and nobody respect, who's in the boxing community. So they cater to the casual fan. They don't cater to real boxing fans. They build fighters up and put their name out there to casual fans, not real boxing fans. They don't give a fuck about us. They really don't.
That's facts. BNboxing News. BNboxing News.
What's going on, man?
BN, you gonna have to mute, bro, unless you gonna. What else you want to talk about, BN?
So these motherfuckers just got us paused there for a second. Give me a second. You have to talk, brother.
Oh man, he done came off the show. Yeah, man, it's true, man. Because see, really, what happened like around 2005, man, is when I started to see the game changing because social media came in. When social media came in, and a lot of the fighters found out that they could promote themselves and they could do kind of like what Floyd Mayweather is doing, and they could start doing their own thing. Twitter came out. Next thing you know, these guys were barking over Twitter, all these different social media sites instead of getting in the ring. Whereas back in the day, they would go to the fight, like what Aaron Superman Davis did when he wanted to fight Mark Breland. He said, "Okay, Mark Breland, he dodging me. Well, I'm gonna go hunt Mark Breland down. I'm gonna find him." Antonio Tarver, my brother here from Florida, did it to Roy Jones. Roy Jones was like, "Okay, get this bald head motherfucker in the ring." You know what I'm saying? We gonna have this fade. We're gonna get this done. That's the old school way of doing things. Doing something from Twitter is not as effective as showing up in somebody's face or being in their grill. That's a whole different ball game when that happens.
Chad Dawson did it to Dre. He got his ass whipped, but he got the fight.
That's right.
You know what I mean? He got the fucking fight, bro. So like I said, bro, all of this shit. And what gets me is this: just like David Benavidez and the Charlos and Boo Boo, they give this man too much respect, bro. Y'all can't see what we see. Why y'all keep giving this motherfucker all this respect? You need to go up in this motherfucker and demand a fight. Irslandy fucking went up in there and, hey, bitch, what you want to do? Stop all this bullshitting around at 154. You keep running away from us. Stop fucking doing this shit. Let's get it in. And he fought. So I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. And these diehard Canelo fans, bro, this shit is lame because they can't come here and give us facts. We can give you facts on what's going on in the boxing community. Now, this fight that we was talking about earlier, I love it. I hope they get in there and mix it up. And I like both of those fighters. I like him. I like David Benavidez, and I like Jermall Charlo. I think they two warriors, and hopefully we get to see that fight as a boxing fan, not a casual boxing fan, but as a real boxing fan.
That's a fight, man. It's supposed to fight. I like it. I really do. And Charlo, I've been waiting for him to move up anyway. I kind of figured he was going to move up into the super middleweight division, and hopefully, man, if he gets this fight with Benavidez, and that's the hottest fight right there. That's going to be one of the hottest fights at 168. That's definitely hotter than Canelo facing this whatever this guy name is. I forgot his name. The last time I saw that guy, he got knocked. Then he gets stopped by Eubank. Didn't Eubank stop that guy in like three or four rounds? The Yildirim guy, whatever. Oh dang! I got the show to myself now. BNboxing News. Damn, my brothers done dropped off. What's up to we'll wait to see if the brothers come back on here. We got Cinnamon. Cinnamon is just holding belts. I don't know. I don't feel comfortable running this show. I don't know what he wants me to do. Somebody tell me in the comment what y'all want me to do. Y'all got me stuck in the show. Okay. BNboxing is going to come back. Okay, what's up? Yeah, Monty Brown. We got Monty Brown up in the house, man. Hey, man, big up to Monty Brown, man. Stand strong in everything he believes in, man. Some great debates, man. Monty will go up against 5-6 people at a time. He don't care. That's one thing about him, man. I give you a lot of props for that, Monty Brown. Yeah, man, this whole thing, man, What we talking about here? It seems like we're talking about David Benavidez and Jermall Charlo. Hopefully the fight does happen. It'll be a good fight for Charlo moving up in the 168. You know what I'm saying? Let me look at the spreadsheet. Let me see what else, if I'm missing something else on 168. We have, yeah, and then we got Plant. We got the fight coming up with Plant, who's getting ready to fight.
Yeah, we back, bro. We jumped back in the game, bro.
Hey, y'all saw her. I was holding it down, though.
Hey, blood. Hey, blood. We appreciate that, bro. That's some hot shit right there, dog.
Yes, sir.
That's some hot shit, bro.
Yes, sir.
Blood, you gotta come visit me, dog, down in the NO, baby. Shit.
Where you at? Where you at?
In New Orleans, baby.
Oh shit. Okay. Okay. Hell yeah, man. You know, I've only ever been over there years ago, man. I went in 1998, man, over there, but I haven't been back since, man. I would love
man.
some of that good old cooking they got over there now.
Oh, baby. Oh yeah, we do it up down here, bro.
I own a restaurant, blood.
You New Orleans too, bro? BNboxingNews, where you at?
Oh, I'm in Texas, man. Dallas, Texas.
And you said you own a restaurant?
In New Orleans, though.
Oh, okay, got you. Yes, sir. Yeah. What kind of food you got there?
Oh man, I got everything over there, man. We probably seafood, but we still got burgers, we got pastas, we got lobsters, we got whatever you need. Salmon.
Oh man.
Variety of food.
All the stuff I love, man.
Yes,
I'm a stuff too. Florida, so we get off feel of country food down here now. And barbecue. Barbecue my favorite. Boy, I love some barbecue, man. Goodness gracious. I gotta stop eating like that now though, because I'm getting older now. I just hit 47, so I'm getting up in age now. I take blood pressure medication, and I'm trying to. I got rid of one of my medications. I'm only on one now because I got off my cholesterol. I'm only on one blood pressure, so I'm doing my thing. But boy, that good food, man, I can't give it up, man.
Yeah, bro. You got it. Anytime you got any kind of medical questions, man, you can holler at me, bro.
Okay.
Hey, money say he coming to the NO. Come on, money. I'm gonna bring you to the gym and let you see some of my guys, man.
Yes, sir. It rose right there when he got the thing up. It says college pharmacy class.
Money say come to the NO. Huh?
Yes, what you said?
Nah, I said
man. Money say he gonna come to the NO for sure. Come on, baby. Shit. I'm gonna bring you to the gym and let you meet everybody, bro. It'd be good, man. Hey, they talking about Regis trying to get a fight with Danny.
I told you I don't like that, bro. I like
it. I like it. Fuck that. I think that's a good fucking fight. I like that fight. I like it. Hey man, if you a boxing fan, you want to see some good fights, bro. And for some reason, you kind of act like you scared for Regis.
No,
dog, you really do, dog. Because you're a homeboy, you act like you scared for Regis, bro. Regis a bad motherfucker, bro.
You're a bad motherfucker, dog. But I just know Danny and that fucking chin. And Danny being a bigger dude, fighting at 147 for a longer time than Regis, all that's factors, bro. All that's factors, bro.
I fight with Josh Taylor, though. That was a good fight. That was a banging ass fight, man. Action packed.
I think Regis edged that fight, bro. They cheated him, bro.
A lot of people feel Regis won that fight.
I do too. I get that shit to Regis, bro. I was hurt, dog. I almost went to tears, bro.
So you actually see Regis around? You know him or something?
I don't know him personally. Coach know him personally.
Oh, okay.
Personally, bro. I've interviewed him several times, man. Doing boxing stuff. Regis is the cool dude, man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I went to. Matter of fact, I had went to several of his fights, man. It was ringside, man, in New Orleans. And Regis Man, he'll walk up to you and talk to you, cool as fuck, bro.
Down to earth type guy.
He's not like a lot of those boxers, bro. Them dudes got a little money, bro. They start acting up, bro. He's not like that, bro. He's still grounded, bro.
Hey, but you know, and you know that you know, city people, that's why we got a lot of celebrities that move to New Orleans, because nobody bothered them. People don't really give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you had Brad Pitt and Angelina and them down here, we would see them all the time, like in the quarters, but nobody going up to them and hassling them. Like, you know, they would just blend in with the community. People down here is different, man. People feel more like, motherfucker, you ain't putting no money in my pocket. I really don't give a shit who you are. So, you know, it's different than going to LA and in different areas of the country where people be hounding you and shit like that. You know, it's different down here. People look at you, especially if you grow up here and you become famous, like Wendell Pierce. Like, I've been knowing that dude for forever, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, we don't look at each other like, you better than this one or that one. And he's talking about, oh, Money, you say Regis and Broner is a good one? Hey, man, I think Regis beat his ass, bro. I'm going to be honest with you, bro. He don't throw enough punches. And Regis, see, people underestimate how hard that boy punched, man. That fucking boy punched hard, bro. And he do damage. Man, Josh Taylor's eye was fucking big as hell after that fight, bro. But he's probably one of my favorite UK fighters. Josh Taylor is my favorite UK fighter. That motherfucker is a fighting motherfucker, bro. And I love my homeboy. But that was a great fucking fight, bro. I'd like to see that fight again, to be honest.
Me too. And Regis goes to the body very well too, man. He got some really good body work, man. Very tough, strong fighter. I like his mentality too. I like his attitude and his approach to boxing, man. And I hope to see him come back in full swing, doing a whole lot of stuff, man. Yeah, but New Orleans, man, I tell you what, man, y'all always had a lot of entertainers too. Y'all had a lot of great entertainers. I think Louis Armstrong come from out of there, Fats Domino. Then back in the 1990s, I used to follow the New Orleans hip hop scene with all the No Limit shit before the Cash Money, and then there was artists before that. You know what I'm saying? A lot of talent out of New Orleans.
Hey, man, you know, Percy and all them dudes, man, shit, and Cash Money, man, we see them dudes around all the time till he moved away. You know what I mean? But oh yeah, but man, Josh Taylor, bro, Josh Taylor is that fucking dude, bro, can fucking fight. And him and Regis went at it, bro. And man, I just want to. They should have had another fight. Cause what pissed me off is this: they gonna make that Josh Taylor and Ramirez fight. They gonna make that fucking fight when that motherfucker was scared to get into the tournament, bro. You know, that's some bullshit, bro.
Hey, what you think's gonna happen in that fight, Coach? With both of y'all, what y'all think gonna happen in that fight with Ramirez and Josh Taylor?
I think Josh Taylor gonna box him to death because Ramirez take too many punches. He's the type of fighter. He's a pressure fighter, and if you wear down like he did to Maurice Hooker, you know what I'm saying? He gonna end up. Well, Josh Taylor not gonna get tired, and Josh Taylor fights well for being so tall at 140. He fights really well on the inside. Regis was beating him. Regis was landing better punches on the outside, even though Regis was the shorter fighter. But Josh Taylor, and if Ramirez getting close, man, Josh Taylor is a hard fucking fight for Ramirez because Ramirez take too many shots. And I think that he gonna get stopped. And believe it or not, I think that Josh Taylor gonna stop him. Because of his style of fighting, Josh Taylor's a very good boxer. Plus, he can bang. Now, you know, with him and Regis landed some hard shit on him, and he took it like a champ. And I don't think that Ramirez punches harder than Regis. I think Regis is one of the hardest punching 140s in the game. That's just you know, a lot of fighters, if you look at them, the ones who punch really, who's special at punching hard, You look at their calves and the size of their legs. Regis has big legs, just like Manny Pacquiao. You know, guys who have big legs. David Tua. You look at guys like that who have big legs like that, they're usually hard ass punchers. But Regis got good skills as well. So I'm not scared of him fighting Danny Garcia. I want him to fight Danny Garcia because that's the only way he gonna get where he's trying to go. You know, Regis is not a household name. By beating Danny Garcia, he can be a household name. And you got to take chances in sports. You know, people forget that this is a sport. You know, so you have to put yourself out there. You know, I think that he can beat Danny Garcia. I think that he's fast enough. I think he punch hard enough. And I don't think that Danny is going to be able to time somebody like him because Regis' style is unique. And people don't understand that Regis fought Errol, man, in amateurs twice. He said Errol beat him pretty good in the first time. The second time, he thought he won, and it was a close fight. So the dude has skills, bro. I just want to see him fight more fights than what he's doing right now.
Yeah. No, I think Jose Ramirez versus Josh Taylor, I think that's going to be a good fight, man. I mean, I love the way Jose Ramirez, when he fought Mo Hooker, I was actually at that fight, ringside, and I was very impressed by Jose Ramirez. I mean, he was landing. I mean, I thought he was very, very fast with those hands, man. And he was fucking cornering, he was cutting off the fucking ring. That's how I was able to get Mo Hooker on the ropes and just tore his ass up. I think that'll be a tremendous fight, man. I just think that he got to fight. He has to fight Josh Taylor in the inside, bro. He's going to have to fight him on the inside. He's going to have to, bro, because that dude is too tall and too long, too rangy, bro. He'll tear his ass up, bro, if he try to fight him on the outside. So with that being said, bro, if he make it a close fight and he just bang with him, bro, I think that Ramirez had a chance, bro, with Josh Taylor, bro. Period. I think he had a chance, bro. Every fighter have a chance. It's always what they call a fighter's chance. He got a chance with him, bro. Especially what I saw. Like I said, especially what I saw in Dallas, bro. He handled his fucking business. Like I said, styles make fight. And
he does take a lot of punches, though, Ramirez. He takes a lot of punishment, unnecessary punishment too. And Josh Taylor bangs pretty hard. He does. You know, I favor Josh Taylor to win, and Josh Taylor's going around saying he's going to stop Ramirez. You know, he sounds very confident too, Josh Taylor. Whereas I heard Ramirez talking about it, he didn't sound quite as confident as Josh Taylor did. But you know, maybe Josh Taylor could be overconfident. But I think that Ramirez, I don't think his defense is tight enough, man. He's a little slow on the trigger. Josh Taylor has great timing, man. I have Josh Taylor winning this fight, man, by knockout, probably by late stoppage. Or he's either gonna beat him up to where they're gonna have to stop the fight. I think our brother done left the building.
That's the same thing. That's the same thing that's gonna happen. That's the same thing that's gonna happen with Lipinets. Lipinets is gonna get beat up by Jaron Ennis. That's what's gonna happen.
Yes.
It's the same thing that's gonna happen. That fight is gonna look damn near identical. You watch and see.
Buddy McGirt in his corner, Lipinets.
Huh?
He still got McGirt training him?
McGirt not training him, I don't think. But
okay.
Yeah, McGirt not training him. But that's what I think. I think that fight's gonna be damn near identical. And look, Maurice Hooker was winning that fight early, right? Maurice Hooker was landing some nice shit on him. Maurice Hooker is just not a very strong fighter. He has great skills, but his power can't keep him off of him. Whereas Josh Taylor got enough crack to make that motherfucker say, you know, I'm not going to just walk my ass up in there. You know, Josh Taylor know how to make adjustments. You watched him and Regis going back and forth. It was a chess match. Ramirez is a one-trick pony. He does what he does. That's it. There's no bells and whistles. He does exactly what he does. You know, it's not going to be nothing different. So Josh Taylor gonna box him. Josh Taylor gonna bang with him if he wear him down. Now, as far as Ramirez being tough, Jose Ramirez is a tough motherfucker. You know, that son is a tough ass fighter.
Yes,
But and the same as Lipinets. He's a very tough fighter. He can take punishment like he wouldn't believe. But as far as him being able to win the fight, I don't see it happening. Lipinets gonna get beat up bad. I think that Jerron Ennis is gonna box him real like nothing. You know, everybody was asking me. You know, it's a step up fight. I don't think we're gonna learn anything from this fight.
No, he's gonna beat the hell out of Lipinets, and even stop. I think he's gonna stop Lipinets too. This ain't Mikey Garcia that he facing. This is a bad style matchup for him right here.
I don't know if he'll stop him, but I think he's gonna take a beating, that unbelievable beating. That's what I think. I think that the beating that he's gonna get is gonna I think the referee will stop it. That's what I think. I don't think he's gonna quit in the ring. I think that he's gonna get beat up so bad that the referee is gonna have to stop the fight. That's what I feel. I don't feel that. I think that Lipinets' heart is very big. Like, he got a lot of grit and he wanna win. But as far as he gonna get bust up so bad that the referee is gonna step in and stop the fight. That's what I believe.
I could definitely see that. Hey, B, I'm gonna have to leave y'all because I gotta go ahead and get me some pork chops, man. I'm hungry as hell. I haven't ate nothing. I had them things waiting for a while now. Some pork chops.
Hey, man, it was a pleasure having you on the show, bro. It really is, man. It was a pleasure, bro.
Hey,
you gotta come back, man.
The first of many interactions, brother.
I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all coming on here. I appreciate Money coming on, man. I wish he could have got on the show, but he said he was doing his homework. Man, I'm just happy you came through, bro. And whenever you want.
Yes, sir. I've been wanting to talk to you guys, man. Because you guys seem to be in my age range. I don't know if I'm older or younger than y'all. But...
You younger than me, bro.
Okay.
I'm 46. So
you're 46? So me and you are the same age now. I'm 40. I just turned 47.
I'm 51.
What's that?
I'm 51.
Okay. All right.
No.
But I like coming in and talking to the brothers from my era because you guys can understand me a little better with some of my hang-ups and stuff like that. Y'all can understand a whole lot better. And once ago, there wasn't no guys in my age range around on YouTube. But y'all coming in now, and I'm real relieved to see some brothers who I can relate to. Who can relate to things.
So you was around in the 70s and 80s, so you know what's crack-a-lacking, you know what I mean?
Yes, sir. Definitely, man. Definitely. I've been watching boxing since 1979. The Holmes Norton fight is the one that I could remember a little bit. My dad and his friends used to get together, and they used to have fight parties. So I remember the fight parties. But when I really started to pay attention was Ali versus Trevor Burke. Also, I came into the gate versus Hagler versus Minter. And you had a lot going on that year. You had Hagler versus Minter. Then you had, right after that, you had Cooney versus Holmes versus Cooney. So you had that black and white thing going. So when I came
boy.
With some racial tension in the fight game, you know?
Hey, man, the Eastern Assassin, bro. I met him in the Superdome. I met the Eastern Assassin in the Superdome, man. I met Larry Holmes. Yes, I was with my pops. My pops was working security over there, and I met Larry Holmes, man. That dude, that's a cool ass dude, bro.
I know,
bro. That dude was the nicest person. Now I'm gonna tell you who was kind of a dick, man. Your boy Sugar Ray was kind of a dick. You know,
I can see that.
He was back then. You know, he's kind of different now, but back then he was kind of a dick, bro. But man, you know, I've been following boxing since Ali, man. I remember my parents wouldn't let me stay up to watch Muhammad Ali and Leon Spinks in that first fight. In that first fight with Leon Spinks, bro. So, you know, I've been following boxing a long time. Hey, I'm gonna ask you this question, and then we're gonna probably get off of here after this.
Okay.
Do you remember the Roberto Duran and Iran Barkley fight? That's one of my favorite fights of all time, bro.
Yes, yeah. Listen, man, I'm a hardcore fight fan. I have all the magazines from 1944 until now. I have all the rings. Okay, so and I was watching it hard, and I'll tell you what, the Blade, man. I thought that a lot of people thought Roberto Duran was past it. They didn't see him coming and giving the Blade that kind of fight. You know what I'm saying? Because he had already taken a few L's. He got stretched out by Thomas Hearns.
Oh yeah, he stretched.
Hagler. He had a few setbacks, and everybody thought that it was pretty much over for him. Then he came in, he shocked the world, man. The great lightweight from the 1970s came and shocked the world as an older guy, man, and there was a killer like Parker. And the Blade was a killer up in the ring too.
Boy, that was one of the best fights I ever seen in my life, bro. Them fucking dudes was throwing that leather, partner. They was trying to kill each other. Man, that fucking fight was one of my favorite fights of all time. I don't care who won it. I didn't give a shit. I was just like, man, these fucking guys are really fucking trying to kill each other, man. That fight was awesome. That was one of my favorite fights of all time. Iran Barkley and Roberto Duran. And whoever watched this, go on YouTube and watch it, Jack. That is a great fight, man.
That was a great fight, man. I watched it when it happened. You know what I'm saying?
Me too.
I was waiting. I even watched the build-up to that fight. You know what I'm saying? I was waiting for Barkley to. You know what? I always wondered what Marvin Hagler would have done with some of those guys. Right when he retired in 1987, what he could have done with some of the middleweights who were coming into the game. You know, like the Blade. That would have been a good fight with him and Hagler.
Mm-hmm.
He had Julian Jackson. He had the G-Man.
The Hawk.
Yep, you had the Hawk. You know, actually, the Hawk, man, did a video years ago. I did a tribute to him, and he actually sent me a response and told me thanks a lot and stuff. A video response that he gave.
Wow.
Me.
Wow,
bro. Like, I can't believe this guy saw the video I made on him. He said, hey, thanks a lot and all that kind of stuff. But there was so many. One of the fighters I followed on Tuesday Night Fights was Lamar Kid Fire Park. Remember him?
Yeah.
I liked Kid Fire a lot, man. He was like because he was like in the same age range as me, and you know he had the gold around his neck and stuff like that. So he kind of represented the hip hop generation, kind of young, you know, the early.
Yeah. Hey man, I used to train with a bunch of guys from around that time. You remember? I don't know if you remember Melvin Paul. He ended up fighting Camacho for.
Melvin Paul, man. Yes.
Man, I used to train with Melvin. When I was an amateur, Melvin, you know, he was damn near out the game by then, but he had fought Camacho and you know, John Super D Duplessis.
Yeah.
That was my dude, man. We used to run together, man. Me and John, bro.
Wow.
Yeah, that was my dude, man. Right now, John is damn near blind, bro. I think boxing caused all of that, but yeah, man. He ended up finishing college and doing a lot of stuff, though, man. John, all right, bro. Man. Jerry Celestine. You know, one of my trainers was Tony Licata. He was 61-0 before he lost, and he lost to.
He was one of your trainers.
Huh? Yeah, that was one of my trainers.
Oh wow, man!
Tony Licata ended up losing to one of the greatest middleweights of all time. His first loss was Carlos Monzon.
Yes, sir. Yeah, he was one of the greatest middleweights ever, no doubt about it.
Yeah, that motherfucker was that was a badass dude, bro.
Yes, he was.
He was a bad dude, bro.
He in and out.
You know, a lot of these guys don't know nothing about all of that, bro. They don't know when fighters used to go in the ring and talk all kind of craziness and not even in the ring, just on the street, you know, like just like when who was that was when Larry Holmes jumped over that car and jumped on the muff. Yeah.
Trevor Burbick, man, that guy was crazy though, man.
Yeah, man. I think his nephew killed him, I believe, huh?
He did. He beat him with a steel pipe. He beat him to death with a steel pipe. And when they asked Larry Holmes about it here recently on Vlad TV, they asked Larry Holmes, "How do you feel about hearing that?" When Trevor was good for him. He said, "Hey, man, I don't feel sorry for him because that guy was there."
Yeah, man. Hey, man, it's been a pleasure though, bro. Hey, we'll be back on in a couple of days. Soon as we find out more, I'll go to asking around what's going on, and you know,
hey, man, if you got a little time, Coach, go check out my page on Retro Boxing and Documentaries, man. I got some documentaries where I talk about some of the old school stuff. In fact, that's all I talk about. It's nothing but old school stuff on there.
Hey, man, I'm gonna definitely do that, brother. I promise you. I will be checking that out, bro. Cause I love this sport, man. This sport is disappointing me right now. You know, it's disappointing me right now because we can't get the best fighting the best, and that's disappointing because you know, like I know, we come from an era when if a motherfucker talk shit, they would say less, and the other one would say fight. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir. That's right.
So that's the era we come from, and it was the same in the neighborhoods. Motherfucker say let's let's fight, motherfucker. Let's get it in.
That's how it's always been. That's how I grew up anyway.
Exactly. And you know what's crazy? You don't even see kids in the motherfucking street playing no more, bro.
No, because they're on Facebook and stuff. They don't have the physical activity like we did. We used to play tackle football in the front yard, flat box, all kind of stuff. We used to do all kind
everything, bro. Playing outside, playing basketball, motherfucker drinking out the fucking water hose from somebody's house.
Yeah,
motherfucker ain't go inside and go get a glass of water or bottled water. Motherfucker, we drank out the hose, motherfucker.
Let the water a little bit. Let the hot water go. Let it run for a little bit first. And then go out right to the water hose and get my drink.
That's it.
Gonna let me come back in anyway. She'd be like, stay outside. So we
Hey, you know it. You know how the shit go. Hey, boy, you smell like outside. Either in or out. Boy, don't come up in here. Get your ass out there.
Real shit.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about.
Yes, sir, man. Man, those were the good old days. Yeah, man, go check out my heavyweight series, man. I'm trying to get some more people to come in, man. If you want to, if you guys would like to get involved in any of my documentaries, I got a heavyweight series going right now. And you know, man, it's you'll see what I'm talking about when you go over there.
I definitely do that, bro.
Old school vibe. I try to get a feel the old school vibe. You know, I'm just trying to do for the warriors of the past and teach people about some of the fighters we grew up watching.
Hey, man, you know who one of my favorite oldest though, bro, is Jack Johnson, boy. Man, when I watch about that motherfucker, boy, that motherfucker didn't give a fuck. Do you hear me?
Listen, he got away with things, but I still can't figure out how this guy got away with all the stuff he got away with.
They were scared of him, bro. They were scared of him, bro.
Listen, I have an article, man. This guy, after he won the heavyweight title, there was people being lynched all over the place. How's about a few days later, this guy went out walking his dogs. His dogs attacked two white people. The white people went to the police and they didn't do nothing to him because he must have had some kind of people who had some big money in him, and they weren't going to mess with him.
It wasn't just that. I think they was desperately afraid of that dude, bro. I think that they were so afraid of that. I think somebody cut his brakes, bro. I really believe that. On his car that he died in, I think they cut his brakes. Because they knew he drove fast. They knew he drove fast. And I think they cut his brakes, bro. That's just my theory. I think that's what happened to him, bro.
That's a good theory, man. I never thought of that before. But you know, that's something to think about. That's definitely something big to think about, man. But you remember when Ali said in the late 70s, he said, listen, I might be the greatest, but Jack Johnson was crazy. He's on some other, because this guy was going, he'll fight in front of a whole bunch of people who want to see him lynch. And they was actually lynching brothers back then. They was lynching us back then and giving away with it. He'll go right there. He'll be disrespectful. He'll be winking at the artist, talking crap to them. Come on, you hit like a girl and all that kind of stuff. And doing it right, so he'd be the only black face there, pretty much.
And he was married to a white woman.
Yeah, and he was married to a white woman.
And he used to sleep with a bunch of white women and didn't give a fuck.
And they say he had boss status when he was walking and he was talking to Jeffries and them, and they were negotiating. Boy, Jack Johnson, boy, they pulled that chair out for Jack Johnson, boy. Jack Johnson was like a boss, and he had like a bunch of white boys and shit too. It was crazy, man. For that time period, I just never could understand how he got away with this shit, man.
And this before Joe Louis. This before all of that shit. That motherfucker there, bro. Oh my God, it was funny as shit, man.
Before Joe Louis, 3 decades before Joe Louis.
Huh?
3 decades when he won that title before Joe Louis. 30 years different.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Yeah, man. That dude was something else, bro. I think they were totally scared, bro. They were scared of that motherfucker, bro.
And he was mad at Joe Louis too. He basically called Joe Louis an Uncle Tom for taking all them deals and stuff. And then he switched out on Joe Louis and went and tried to help Germany, the German fight and all. Jack Johnson was just a different type, man. He was just cut from a different cloth.
Yeah, he was, bro. He was real about his, bro, and didn't give a damn, bro. That was that.
He took the consequences with, and nobody ever tried to do nothing to him. They just didn't mess with him.
It's crazy, man. That in that time, that's the thing about it, man. In that time, you know, you got to think about, like, I guess maybe he had the thought of, you know what? I only got one life, and these motherfuckers gonna probably kill me anyway, so I might as well just let them know how I feel and do what the hell I want to do.
Exactly. That's what he did.
You know,
he paid. He lost some of his years for it. You know, they locked him up when he got back to America and stuff like that. Jack Dempsey became the champion, and Jack Dempsey didn't want to fight nobody black. That's why none of the historians respect. What black fighters you know Jack Dempsey?
none.
He didn't fight none. He was scared of all of them. He was scared of all of them. They had all the black Land Cruiser wheels, all the guys. He didn't want to fight none of those guys. Jack Dempsey.
Yeah, man.
And but forever, that color line was drawn all the way to Joe Louis, which was some people don't realize it's like 30 years later.
Hey, one of my other trainers, he's still alive, and guess what? His name is Percy Pugh. Look him up. He was a #1 contender back in the 50s forever, and they wouldn't give him a title shot. Look him up. Percy Pugh. P-U-G-H.
I'm writing them down right now. I'm going to look them up. You just don't know me, bro. I was looking them up after this show.
He's still alive, and if you ever come to New Orleans, I'll bring you to his brother's auto shop, and Percy will be there. And that was one of my trainers. He was a #1 contender for a long time. It was the 60s or the 50s, one of them, and he's still alive, man. I'll bring you in and let you meet him, bro.
I love to see him. I love the older fighters, man.
Right. You know, he was back when there was like Willie Pastrano and all of them guys and what's his name? Your boy who won around without moving, without Willie Pep. He was around those times. Yeah, he was around those times, bro.
Dang.
Yeah, that was one of my trainers, man. I remember I was 180 pounds at the time, and I thought I was in shape. The first time I walked in the gym, I was 17.
That man trying to get his pork chop.
And he started pushing on my arm and shit, and was like, "Oh yeah, you get down to about 160." I thought I was in shape, man. I ended up fighting in light heavyweight for amateurs. Yep. But it was amazing. Like, you know, me and Roy are the same age, you know. Yeah, I used to see Roy all the time because he, you know, before it became illegal, we used to go and go to Pearl River with them game birds. I used to raise them game birds too, you know.
Oh wow, okay, yes sir.
Yeah, so I used to see him all the time, you know. All the time, cause you couldn't do it in Florida. Louisiana, it was still legal at the time, you know.
Yeah, man. So, Roy's a great, but he's big time in Florida. He's one of the fighters who I actually did used to go and watch fight. Him, Winky Wright. I used to go and fight Antonio Tarver, Jeff Lacey. But I stopped going to the fights. I stopped going to Hollywood and Tampa for the fights and all that around 2005 or something like that. And then I started going again because I worked for the boxing media for a little while. So I did go to some fights and credentials like around 2007, around that time. And then after that, I never went back to the fights because things started to change. I didn't even want to be part of the boxing because I saw the brown notes and stuff and the way things was working. I was like, man, I'm not standing for no line and all that. That's not good. No, I'm not going back in it.
Yeah, Wink, one of my favorite fighters too, man. I like Wink, bro.
Yeah, great defensive fighter, man. You never got his credit. You know, I think they always underrated him, in my opinion.
All right, fellas, good talking.
I appreciate it, man.
Brother.
Thank y'all so much, man, for the convo.
Another great episode, man. I appreciate you, man.
I was gonna rip his heart out. I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody like me. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me.
Primo Lopez, 11-0, 9 KOs. The best to do it right now in the game is to take over. Shout out to BNboxingNews.
Hey, there's Virginia. I've been Westway champion of the world. Everybody go follow BNboxingNews.
Hello? Man, what the fuck wrong with your camera, nigga? That bitch just broke on me, bro. I don't know what happened to it, bro. I'm about to restart.